What was you saying?
So like today and yesterday, I seen a live, and they was just saying they just kept going in on modern women and stuff, and they was just like, oh well, if you're a modern woman, you don't deserve a relationship, you don't deserve to have kids, you don't deserve a family, you don't deserve this, you don't deserve that, and I'm like, who are you to tell somebody what they deserve? Are you God or something? Like,
Even modern is weird. Like, if you live in modern times and you modern, what is y'all talking about?
yeah, but it was just crazy. Like I had to get out of the live because the one lady was like starting to attack me because I was just like, because like she just brought up like women having fun and stuff and be like, oh well, you're not supposed to do that.
You're not supposed
And
to
I was
fun.
like, well, nobody said nothing about men when they, even though they don't record the fun they're having. I've seen men in being out and stuff. I've seen men do certain things they shouldn't when they're in a relationship or married.
Mm-hmm. It's a bunch of rules for us. That's the whole point. That like people feel like they own us and telling
Yeah,
you what to do with your life. Like if a man decide, hey, I want to be a bachelor and sleep around, ain't
it's
nobody gonna
okay.
be. Yeah, like but a woman, like but a woman saying I don't want to be with nobody, it must be something wrong with her, something wrong with you, and that's crazy because it's like let people live the way they fucking want to live.
Because even about the Tracy Ellis Ross thing, I just find that
Oh, you gotta
so
explain that
stupid.
to me. What happened with Tracy Ellis Ross? I heard about that earlier.
So
Oh,
when she was like she dates young men because of whatever. Okay, but she never said, she said young. She meant grown young, not child young.
maybe because that's what they thinking of.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, when people do it, but then they be like, oh well. When I was like, oh well, she could do what she want, they was like, oh yeah, she can. Okay, well, don't say nothing about it then. Don't complain because I look at it as I don't care what people do in their personal life. How do your personal life affect me? I see so many people in here complaining, and I'm like, how does that affect you at all or me?
Mm. Yeah, it shouldn't.
Let
But
people
that's the
live how they
thing.
want to. Like I was on another live the other, like on Tuesday or something, and it so in the picture it was like women having fun on a yacht. Women having fun on a yacht. And they were like, they kept trying to make a thing of, oh well, married women shouldn't be on there, and with single women, I'm like, you have miserable married and single people. Why would you listen to them?
Um,
Anybody that's miserable, you shouldn't listen to at all. I'm just saying.
and that's the crazy part. Like, not only can you not be single, you can't talk about the problems with the relationships. Like how we normalize dysfunction. Like you're not supposed to be getting in screaming matches with people you live with. That's dysfunctional. You shouldn't have to go check your partner's phone and worry about where they at. That's fucking dysfunctional. There's a lot of shit that's dysfunctional. Your partner being jealous is not fucking cute. That's
And they be
fucking
thinking it's so
dysfunctional.
cute.
Yeah.
Life is already life and then stressing while you want more stress.
And the thing is about being under a certain level of stress, after a while, it starts being feeling normal. You just always another day. So a lot of stuff we've been conditioned to feel like is normal and it's fucking dysfunctional as hell. Um, what's up, Swindle?
Yes, ma'am. Oh, just reading the prompt, um, if I'm old, fat, and bitter, why do you care if I'm single? I, I think it is, well, what I know is, this is what I know. It's not the problem that we even care about you being old, fat, and bitter. I think the problem is that you're old, fat, and bitter and still complaining. I think that's the part that is so much of a big
Complaining about
issue.
what though?
I mean, if you old, fat, and bitter, and you're still complaining about no one wants you, or you can't find a decent man, or even in some instances you can't find a job, or whatever
I
life
think
is
you can
throwing at you at
keep.
the moment,
Hold
I,
on,
I just I just think that you can have your problems and understand it, but continuously talking about it and bringing it up to anyone who has an ear to listen, I think that's the foul part.
But see, that's the thing. So when I'm talking about somebody who's like choosing to be single, so they wouldn't be saying they can't get a man. The message instead is, "Oh, you're single because you can't find a man," but that's not the narrative. And a lot of times when people have been in relationships and they get out of it and they realize from an objective view or lens what's wrong with the relationships and they share with other people, because that's a perspective you have to have, not only just being single, but not looking for somebody that's single. Like, hold up, this shit ain't right. What's up, Lady Q? And it's like, are we not able to complain about that? Because not being able to find a man, that goes against the narrative.
Well, I just think, honestly, I just think complaining in general is not going to help anyone out. At least if you get yourself up by the bootstrap and fix the situation yourself.
But
And I
I'm
think
not the one
that's
calling
what a
it.
lot of us are missing in life is that we done got so comfortable with being so easy and everything that um, there is no more will. Some people just don't have the will to get up and get it every day. You know.
You say easy. What you talking about easy?
What I mean is like
Oh.
nowadays I'm 41. Okay, so I was
Hmm.
born in '83. All right, so the difference between now and then is that people there was midnight ladies. Okay, but midnight ladies wasn't glorified. Wasn't nobody wifing up a midnight lady. You understand?
No,
Nowadays
sir,
you could be a midnight lady
sir,
and yes,
sir.
ma'am.
I'm really confused if you know what the topic is about. Are we talking about women who, like, okay, so let me get a little context, right? I'm single by choice. Like, I like being single. And what I hear from a lot of men, especially women too, unfortunately, that, oh, that's because I'm old, I'm fat, I'm bitter, nobody wants me. I'm like, but I don't want to be in a relationship. But it's like, I can't just not want to be in a relationship. It's like, oh, it's something wrong with you. You can't get a relationship. So how does that relate to what you're saying? If you confused, you can answer it again.
Okay. Now, that's fair. If you choose to be single by yourself, then that's fine. I mean, I don't think we're designed to be like that, but at the same time, it is what it is. If you have that mentality and you feel like you're fine by yourself with yourself, then it shouldn't even have you shouldn't have an opinion on what's going outside of that. That's how I
What
feel
you
about that.
mean? What you mean? I can't have an opinion though.
What I mean by opinion is, if you're single and like you are, uh, bitter and all of this other stuff, then you shouldn't be able to go around and tell the next person and spread that bitterness to the next person who wants to be happy, who's trying to be happy.
Hold on. You say happy? Cause I'm want to be happy. I'm trying to be happy. What you mean by happy?
What I mean is, for people who are settling down with themselves, and it's okay for them to be by yourself, all right? Said person shouldn't go and tell you what to do in your relationship or how they feel about your relationship.
Yeah, I think that's the confusion. Cause you said to be happy, as if like just being in a relationship is the only way to be happy, or that people who are generally in relationships are happy just because they're in it. So you're saying that if I choose to be single, I can't talk about the state of relationships in society.
That's how I feel about the situation.
But what if, hold on, what if I've been in a relationship before though? And one of the reasons why I choose to be single is because it's just, I feel like a lot of dysfunctional relationships has been normalized.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's still your choice to be single. I mean,
So that's what I'm
I
saying.
don't
Why
think
can't I
I don't
comment
think
on
you
it
should
though?
take your experiences of what you've been doing to influence other people to think like you. I think that's unfair.
I think you're saying unfair, but I think, because that's the message I'm getting, that you get to be single, but you can't talk to anybody about your experiences. It's crazy.
Because that leads to complaining. I mean, so what are you complaining about something that you don't want to participate in? What's the whole use of even complaining if
But
you're
you
not
call it
participating?
complaining. You call it complaining, but what I'm saying is it's actually informing people. Like, hey, I used to be in relationships. I decided like to take a break from relationships. Through that process, I'm like, oh, I actually like spending time by myself. And you know what? There's some problems with these relationships we in, and I want to share with other people. And you saying I shouldn't be able to do that?
What I'm saying is, don't don't eat of the poison fruit and then introduce the poison fruit to me.
No, I don't talk to men. So I don't care what men do. I talk to women.
No, no, that's that. I mean, that goes for women too, because it's a lot of bitter betties out in the world that's telling other up and coming women this, that, and the third. You understand? So that
But
means
what,
they're
hold on.
not
So here you go. If you saying there's a lot of bitter buddies, why is there so many?
because people make poor decisions and choices.
Like how?
I mean, let's just take deadbeat dads and mothers for instance. All right, I'm a deadbeat dad. I'm approaching you. I might make you smile. I might make you happy. I might be good in the sack. All right. At that point in time, we're happy together. You're happy. I'm happy. All right. Now, the whole thing about it is if a baby comes into the situation, all right, you already knew that I was a brokey in the beginning. You knew that. You seen it with your own eyes. But yet and still, you let me in. See, that's a choice. That's a decision that you made to let me, the
What
bum,
about your
enter
decision?
you.
What about your decision?
Hold on, what?
Because it's like it always focuses on like women, right? A lot of times a man like that isn't just being completely honest and open about who he is, right? It's a lot of mixed messages. But even still, what about you? Like your decision to do that. For you not to like be there for your family and decide I'm gonna find a woman and manipulate her in order to have access to her body.
I don't know about. I don't know all about that manipulation things. I just understand the simple fact that if bum's a buddy, you made a choice to lay down with a buddy. You made a, I mean, the woman made a choice and decision to lay around with this bum. All right. The baby come from the bum. All right. So later on in life, if it didn't work out for you, if it didn't play out the way that you wanted to play out, then you have no one but to be upset with, but with yourself because you made those decisions. That's what
But
I'm
see, you
saying.
know what? You know how you say you don't know about the manipulation? Exactly why I would want to talk about manipulation and seeing it from a like on the outside looking in, seeing the manipulation. I want to share with others. And you just say you don't know about it yourself. But in that scenario, what message would you have to those type of men?
I mean, have more respect for yourself. I mean, as a man, I'm 41. Like I said, I done been through the trenches. I done came from out the gutter into the trenches, into a better person than I am now. All right, so I understand that it's hard for men to do it, and I just don't know what to say, man. I can't say make better choices because women can be chameleons just like men can be chameleons. What I'm saying is basically is just be careful on who you waste your time with. That's the only thing that I could say for both sides. If we
But see,
would
that's
use
the
it
point
for
with the whole. So when you say chameleon, that's the point. Women, what you're saying, oh, you made a poor decision. What I'm saying is that man who was the poor decision, he was not honest with you about who he was. Because anybody who has children, thank y'all for getting the live room. Anybody who has children, they abandon their children and focus on getting coochie instead has bad character. I don't expect somebody with bad character to be open and honest with the people they're going to be with, right? And that's the biggest thing. Like
that's
we feel
fair.
like hold on, yeah, because like a lot of times it's like, oh, the woman made this bad decision, but like, what type of men do you actually think are out here having a bunch of children by multiple different women and not taking care of their kids? Do these sound like upstanding, honest men? It sounds like the bottom of the barrel, and that man is a manipulator. So
And it's crazy that you would say the bottom of the barrel because the bottom of the barrel is usually what these women are choosing. Then, right?
you
That's
just missed my
basically what
point.
you're saying.
Hold on, you're missing my point because that's not what I'm asking you. Anybody who has children and just leave, anybody who has children and just leave them bottom of the barrel. What I'm saying is that type of person is going to manipulate you. They're going to give the illusion that they are something that they're not. You may not even know they have children, right?
I agree. I agree.
So then the conversation goes that, oh, it's a lot of men who present themselves to be these upstanding guys and they not. And that's not necessarily a poor decision from women. That's just manipulation that men do.
You know what? I agree to a certain point because I done been on both sides of the field. Once upon a time, I was that ain't shit ass nigga. Like I was an ain't shit ass guy. I was the doggest of the dog. You might as well have called me Rufus at that moment. But growing up and maturing, now I kind of like understand. I'm not a big Bible thumper, but the Bible says when I was a child, I played childish games. Now that I'm a man, I put those childish things behind me.
But
It's
see,
not
that's
like
so
we could go
different.
back and erase the past. We can't go back and erase the past. It is what it is. The
Yeah, but
thing
that's
about it is
usually what
moving forward.
happens. Y'all men think that they deserve a second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth chance, right? Because the difference is you decide, hey, I was shit, I'm old now, I got limp dick, and I'm going to try to be with whoever I can be with. That woman still has to take care of them children by herself. So it's like, oh, she made poor decisions, but what about you?
I don't know. For me, like I said, it's just a slippery slope. I refuse to take. I refuse to believe that once a man lays down with a woman, that woman is fully his responsibility. I believe it takes two people: the person who was wanting to do it and the person who allowed it to happen. And I can't get no sophisticated or comfortable or complicated than that. It takes two people. And I understand some. If my nana used to tell me back in the day, stay away from them fast tail girls. That's what my nana used to tell me. I
So
still remember
so
that to
your
this
grand
day.
your nana was male centered, right? And she didn't like girls. That's it. But here's the thing, right? So did you go back to all those women and make up for it? Did you take responsibility? Did you compensate them? Like how are you fixing your mistakes from the past?
You know what? When situations like that do arise, I usually just say it like it is. You know, like I apologize. I usually apologize because I know how much of a douchebag that I was.
An
You know, so
apology? That's all they got was an apology?
I mean, I ain't with you. I ain't got to be bothered with you. I didn't have to
The
give you
apology
that.
don't like let's be honest, like apology don't mean
I'm
shit.
just saying, but I didn't have to give
Do
you
you have
that.
children with any of these women?
With some of them, no.
Yeah. But some of them you did, right? So it's
Yes.
like yeah, so like apology don't mean shit. Where's the compensation? Or where's the making up for all the heartache and all the self of the self they had to give up when you was out there being a grasshopper or whatever the fuck you called yourself? You know what I'm saying?
You,
Like
you said you
apology
said women say they want closure, right? Women always talking about they want closure,
no. Y'all said women want money, right?
and they
If
want
the
that as
money
well.
yeah, they want money. That's the closure they looking for. Compensation.
Well, unfortunately, unfortunately, they barking up the wrong tree. And I never had those problems either. I never had those problems with women. I didn't had women do some crazy stuff in my life, break windows, flatten tires, scratch cars, and all that other good shit. But at the end of the day, when I move past that and start understanding my self worth, because growing up, I feel like men back then, men was saying to the young men, "You're not a man if you can't handle your woman." That was like one of the biggest slogan of men back in the day. You're
What
not a
about the
man if you can't handle
children?
your woman.
What about the children you abandoned?
What about the children that are abandoned?
Yeah.
There ain't no abandoning. We made poor decisions and poor choices. They made poor choices. The government made poor choices, and it seems like I'm still holding on to something that they messed up. You understand? But
How is the
I'm not
government?
holding on to that though.
How does the government involve?
Okay, so we're talking about these things right here, and I'm telling you, me personally, I was young, running around, ha ha he he. I ain't gonna say that I came from a poor, because I made myself poor by my decisions and choices, but I was well off. All right, I decided and I made choices to do all the things that I did. Um, I was still really taken care of and still well maintained, but I had a child with the lady, and the lady put me on the port because the government seen that it was the best interest for her to have the kid. Right now,
I mean,
fast
you was
forward
out
now.
there being fast. That makes sense.
I'm telling you, fast forward now, because this is where it gets really tricky right here. Fast forward now. I just got a call from the lawyer that says that this girl tried to run over the child. She tried to run over our child with the car. She's in prison right now for vehicular attempted assault with vehicular something. She's in the can, all right.
You see,
But
that's
I've
even
been
more
paying all this
deplorable. That's
child
what I'm
support.
saying. So that's what I'm saying. If anybody needs to choose better, is you. So you left your children in the hands of a woman who is deranged and unstable.
The government gave her full access to those children.
So
I
neither
didn't
one of
want
y'all
that to
was
happen.
fit. That's what I'm
I
saying.
didn't want that to happen.
What I'm saying is you still made a poor decision. You made bad choices.
When it's two against one, okay, I accept it. It's a bad
I'm just
choice.
saying, why would you have children by somebody like that? Why didn't you do better?
That's how come I say I made poor decisions too. You see, I didn't just blame her. I blamed her
No,
for
I
her
get that.
actions.
I'm blaming you because you clearly made the poor decision. Like that woman is
And
deranged. How would you not
I
know that?
agreed that I made
But
a
that
poor
also
decision.
means that you're neglectful as a parent. Why would you have a child by somebody like that? And
I agree.
why would you allow the government to take your child and go be with somebody that deranged? What does that say about
I
you?
allowed it. You said I allowed. And now listen to yourself. Listen to yourself. I allowed the government to come into my relationship and
Yeah,
take my child away from me because she was upset. I
she didn't
allowed her
choose
to be
better.
upset.
Yeah.
I hold on, listen. I allowed her to be upset and I allowed her to call the people to take the kids from me. I allowed that to happen.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. You should have. You clearly did not choose better.
And I accept it because these are facts. These are honest facts. I accept it. I did make poor decisions. Okay, I did. But I did make poor decisions. Okay, I did. But who was the biggest danger? Was it
No,
me who's
you, because
successful?
you left
Is
that
it
child
me who's
abandoned.
successful
Huh?
now? Or is it her
Where's the
who's sitting
child?
inside somebody's successful
Huh?
now? Or is it her
Where's the
who's sitting
child?
inside somebody's cell right
Where's the
now
child?
because she was trying to
Where,
unalive
I'm asking you a
her
simple question.
responsibility
Where's your child right now?
in the system?
That's what I'm saying. You're a neglectful parent. You allowed your child to go in the system. It's
I'm
crazy.
neglectful parent.
Hmm.
I'm neglectful because of her actions.
No, you had poor decision making. You the one who messed up. You did not choose better, sir. It's not on her. She's deranged.
You're
We
right.
got it.
You're
No, that's
right.
what I'm saying. There's some
You're
deranged
right.
people out here. That woman is clearly deranged, but you chose to lay down
You're
and get
right.
her pregnant.
You're right. I can understand. I can understand your mind frame. Well, you could play the victim and you could place your judgment. Okay,
I mean,
but
I'm
the
not playing
sim-
the victim. I'm not involved.
but the simple facts is that I am an excellent parent. I have
Rika, it's
three
not
kids.
connecting you. You
I
got
have
connect.
three extra kids. Hold on, wait. I
Hold
have
on, you
three
and
extra
you hold on. You
kids.
went out and had kids with other women too. That's crazy.
I have three extra kids, and
How many of
I
those
have
kids
both
have?
of them.
Or do they
I
all
have
have the same mother?
yes,
So it's two women.
yes.
And do you have custody of the other kids?
I have custody of mine. These three up here right now. Yes,
Oh,
no
y'all live
problem.
together in a two parent?
Waiting
That's
on
what
my
I'm saying.
daughter to walk through the
Hold
door
up,
right now.
hold up. So you're saying you have three kids. So you're saying you have three kids who lived in a two-parent home, yet you abandoned one of your children and left them with a deranged parent.
Wow. Oh, I love the victimizing, but it's okay because
Hold on,
I
what am
guess
I
it's deserved.
victimizing? How
I
am I
guess it's
victimizing?
deserved.
Hold on, how am I victimizing?
I mean, because it seems like no matter how I say it or what it is that I say, and I understand this, the blame all comes back to me. It doesn't
No,
matter
you the
what
one who
she
didn't
does.
choose better.
Wait, hold on,
No, no, no,
wait.
no, no.
It
Why,
doesn't matter what
sir?
she
Why,
does.
sir? Hold up, because men are leaders, sir. Men
Hmm.
are leaders. Hold up. Men are leaders. How dare you try to blame a woman who
For her
someone
behavior.
hold on, a woman
For her
for your
behavior.
poor decision making? Why would you have a child?
How dare
Hold
I
up,
blame her for her behavior?
hold up, sir.
How dare you have a child by a deranged woman, and then abandon said child and let the government come in and tell you not to be a father, and then go off and just have another family with more children? How dare you do that?
How dare I do that? How dare I be the one that caused those problems the way it is? How dare I condemn this woman for her behavior and her actions? It's wrong of me.
Yeah, exactly.
It's wrong of me to
I
say,
don't
it's wrong
understand.
of me to sit here and say that she's
You're
wrong
not
for
you
her
have not
parenting.
fulfilled, sir. You have not
No, no,
fulfilled the role as the
no.
leader.
It is wrong for me to hold,
Not fulfilled the role as the
no,
leader.
it is wrong for me to hold this. I should have held her hostage and made her
Are you
stay
still
with
trying to
me.
blame her for your poor decision making, sir? Why would you get
I
someone
should
pregnant
have
like
beat on
that?
my chest. I should have beat on my chest and stalked her and did everything and go to jail over her because that's what I'm supposed to do.
No, why would you? No, that's not what I'm saying.
Because I'm
Sir,
supposed to keep
this
the
lady
family
is,
together,
sir,
right?
hold up,
I'm
sir,
supposed to be
sir,
the leader, right? I'm
sir.
supposed to be the
No, no,
leader.
no, no,
I
no, sir.
failed at
Listen to
that,
what I'm
right?
saying. You're missing what I'm saying. She's clearly a criminal and a deranged person. You should have known better to even get her pregnant, sir.
Well, first of all, it wasn't like that at first. She had some sense about herself. It's just not like I just went outside and picked up a streetwalker.
Are you
That's
saying
not
that
the
she
case.
manipulated you, sir?
I didn't say nothing about any manipulating. What I
Then
said
how would
was,
you hold up? Why would you have a child by a deranged person?
I
I would
just told you
never
she
hold up,
wasn't. I
sir.
just
Sir,
told you
hold
she
up. I would
wasn't.
never have a child by someone who's deranged and a criminal and would harm that child. I would never do that, sir. You don't choose well. Well. Wait, how come men say they're leaders and you're clearly not being a leader?
As I said, I've made poor decisions and poor choices once before in my life. Can I go back and go fix those issues and put band-aids on them? No, I can't. It's called life. I learned to understand things to carve my life now into a different kind of thing. If I could have controlled her and I guess you like you said, had better discipline and whatever things could have been different. All right. But I did pay my child support. I did all of those things up until the next or this last couple of years. I guess she's been in prison for a while. I
How,
didn't know. I
you
didn't
didn't
know she
even
was
know
in
that your
prison.
child. Hold on, how long has she been in prison?
From what the lawyer was telling me, she's already been in there too.
How long though?
I think 5 years
Hold
altogether.
up, hold up, hold up. You have not known that your child was in the system for 5 years? Who was you paying child support to? 5 years? Who was you paying child support to?
I was paying child support to the state of Kansas.
So in 5 years, you didn't request to see your child. You didn't want to check to call them on their birthday or nothing. You just sent money.
I just sent that dough. I sent it. Pronto.
That's deplorable, sir.
Well, I'm just saying, if you just got out of jail as well from a DV, okay? She just sent you up the creek for DV, all right? Are
And
you
you
gonna get out?
abusive?
Hold
That's
on,
crazy.
hold on. Are you gonna continue to go back to that said? Hold on. Are you gonna continue to go back to that said person? Are you gonna go back to that said person?
But you left your child
Hold
there.
on,
What's up? Hold up. What's up,
wait.
Drika?
See, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm
But you
saying.
left your child with her. That's what I'm saying. It don't make sense. You ran away and left your child behind.
I ran. You know what? You know what? That is fair. That is a fair assumption.
Hold on, I want to say something.
That's a fair
Hey,
assumption,
Terry.
Yeah,
but
thank
it's
y'all for the
not true.
gift. Go ahead, Drika.
If I have service, because he tricky.
We can
But
hear you.
I always think it's fun. I always think it's funny when the men who make these horrible decisions are like, "What would you do?" um like you put yourself in a situation where you were being violent towards somebody, so of course you can't go back to them. It might be a restraining order against you. So to ask what would you do, I wouldn't be harming people. Maybe that's the first thing I wouldn't do. But when you ask that question, it's because you want to out, because you're not surprised about the consequences of your actions. You're not surprised. You just don't want to deal with them. But what it boils down to is that you don't care about your child. Clearly, you don't.
Your 5 years is
If you was,
crazy.
go ahead.
No, I'm just saying 5 years is crazy. Go ahead.
Yeah, she was in there 5 years, and I just well, I'm guessing that she's still in there. I'm guessing, assuming still. I don't know, but
Why you? Let me ask you a question. Why are you talking to us and not on your way to get your child?
I mean, because at the same time, I honestly I don't know this child like that. I mean, this
This
child is mine.
child,
This child is mine, yes, but now it's been so. I'm pretty sure with her behavior and her mouth and her actions, he don't want to be talked to by me or her, and I kind of get it, you know. But
how
at
do
the
you know
same
she don't
time,
want to
but
talk
at
to
the
you?
same time, I
How
paid
do you
that
know she
child
don't want to
support.
talk to you? How do you know
I
she don't want to
paid.
talk to you?
How I know it's because I asked the lawyer these questions. I asked the lawyer the questions as well. I mean, because that is my child, so I'm still am concerned about what's going on. All right, so I did ask questions. I,
You
I
ain't
am
concerned.
asking. I am asking what's going on, and
Amaya, if you
he,
want to chime in, you can.
he's in a little
But he not
foster care.
concerned
He's
about
in
that
foster care.
child. You
He's in foster
you not
care,
concerned,
but how
sir.
concerned am how
He don't
concerned
know
am I
the. He
supposed to
didn't.
be?
Okay,
How
hold
concerned
on.
am
I
I
don't want to
supposed to
lose,
be?
sir.
How
Sir,
concerned am I supposed to be?
are you gonna let me answer the question? Or are you gonna ask me every time I start to answer it?
You right.
Y'all don't be wanting to answer. That's why y'all do that weird shit. That shit weird.
It's just it's
Um,
just it's just a tricky situation for me because I understand it's a panel
sir,
full
I
of
want to
women. You
answer the
guys have your
question. Sir, I want to answer the question. Um, those foster parents didn't know their child, but they got the child. So who cares if you know the child?
all right.
It's your child. Get to know the child. Have a mediator there.
Okay, I did
Pay for
suggest that.
pay for a child advocate, someone who's trained, who can be there with you, and help you reunite with that child. Get something, learn something about the child, so that you can be able to connect with that child. It's a lot of things you could do. You don't want to. Y'all be using these same tired excuses. I'm sure my damn.
Hold up, Draco. You breaking up? Amaya, did you want to say something?
No, just listening. And
That's sad. We have all these children who get abandoned, and they're in the system. And you have a man right here who have done that to their own child. Yeah, he want us to say that like he gets another chance. That's crazy. You want another chance? Like you made your poor decision. 5 years. That's crazy.
Yeah, she's still sitting off in there. But the whole thing about
And
this,
you know
like I
what
said,
happened to children in the system?
is of course I know.
What happens to children in the system?
Emotional damage happens to children in the system, and that's
Not
what
just
I'm.
emotional. Sometimes it's physical.
They
This
like even
this is what I'm
sexual
saying.
abuse.
This is what I'm saying. We're so focused on. This is where just the biggest disconnect is that we're so focused on things that I should have done and things that I've done or my situation, but no one is taking into consideration about the woman. See, that's what I'm saying. It's
Like you should have
always
chose
it's a
better. You
man's
didn't get
fault for
to, sir.
everything.
No, no, no,
So
no. You don't
so
get to do
so
that, sir.
so
No,
what
you
she
should
could
have
have chose.
chose better.
So what she should have chose then.
So why
I
would
mean,
you get a woman pregnant who is deranged and a criminal?
I just
Why would you
already
do that?
clarified. I clarified that she wasn't
Okay, so
like
then,
that. I
so
already
why?
clarified she
What?
wasn't like that.
Okay, sir. So what good does it do for us to talk about the woman and what she done wrong when she's incarcerated, and you are free and able to get your child from the strangers that he or she is with? Why do you want to talk? So if we say, yeah, that lady wrong, boom, throw her ass in the prisons and leave her there, fuck her, she's a horrible person, blah 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 blah. Okay, now we got that out the way. Now what can you do?
There's nothing I really can do.
Yes, it
I
is
mean,
some things to do.
he's out of there already. I mean,
So where is he
that
at? He's out the foster care. Where he at?
he in Kansas somewhere.
Sir,
Somewhere.
you the
He's somewhere.
problem.
He's
That's why you
somewhere out there.
deflecting,
Yeah,
because
he's
you the
somewhere out there
problem.
living his life. He's somewhere out there living his life.
How old is he?
I don't know because like I said, I haven't had any contact with him
You don't know how
because
old you're. Is it? Is this your son?
yeah, he's 18 now.
That's sad.
He's 18. No, that's what
He
I'm saying.
still need a five. He still need his parents, dummy.
I didn't say that I wouldn't be there for him. It's just
No,
I
you're
don't
not being
know.
there. No, you don't have to say you wouldn't be there. You ain't. You ain't. You up here talking to us about what can you do. I would be writing letters like I'm motherfucking Nettie on Color Purple. Bitch, I don't care where they land. One day they gonna land somewhere. I write a letter. I be writing in a fucking journal. I will be looking on the websites or fucking Facebooks. I will be searching for my child. I don't care if the motherfucker 35. I'm looking for my baby.
Damn.
Ain't nothing wrong with him but stupid. Ain't nothing wrong with him but choking on stupid.
You know,
That man's stupid. This idea that men make these excuses as to why they cannot build a relationship with their children, I don't give a damn. If my child didn't want nothing to do with me when they was 18, bitch, I'ma stand by and stand close just in case they want something to do with me when they 25. I don't give a damn.
Yeah, and I think this is idea with thinking, oh, my child 18, I sit there. Don't know, like, especially if you ain't been there for over 5 years, you need to find your child. You need to go talk to him. You need to make sure he getting the services that he needs. Like, what is you talking about?
I be wait, cause like this the thing, like parenting doesn't stop. That's what's wrong with y'all. Parenting don't stop. But it's like so weird. Like y'all don't have no empathy either. Like maybe your child is having like a crisis. Like maybe your child is on some bullshit. Like I'm not gonna say that an 18 or 19 or 20-year-old child isn't just like out of control or tripping or going through something, hanging with the wrong. I'm not saying that. But if your child is 18 and out of control and don't want nothing to do with you, maybe once they get some maturity, they'll get some sense and you could be there welcoming them back in. Cause at 35, they still gonna need support. At 29, they might need some support. At 23, they might need some support. Hell, at 45, they might need some support. And your ass might be in your 70s. And they might just need somebody to come sit on the porch with. I don't fucking know. But I would be there. I would be willing. Outside of your child doing something like horrific to like maybe like their siblings.
Oh, that's
Like
funny. Why does he have to ask you? Was your father there for you?
well, what I'm saying is that if he chooses to allow me in his life, I will obviously
How
do
are you
what I
gonna get in
can to be able
contact
to
with
play.
you?
But at the same
How
time,
can he get in contact with you?
Man, I don't know how. That's how come I'm saying the girl. That's what I'm saying. There's so much on me, but the girl gave the boy her last name, so he
Sir, are
doesn't.
you a leader or not? Are you a leader or not?
Of course, I'm a Leo at that.
Okay. No. If you're a leader, why are you waiting around for other people to tell you what to do?
Hold on, no one's telling me
You're
nothing.
waiting for your child to reach out to you. He should know how to get in contact with
If
you.
he wants it, he will get it. If he wants it, he has to want it. That's what I'm
Was
saying.
your
He has to
father
want
there?
it.
Was your
He has
father
to
there for
want it.
you?
Just like my kids here. If
Your
they
father
want it,
was
they
your
tell
father
me.
not there for you?
What does my dad have
Because
anything to
maybe
do?
you don't know what a father look like.
I know exactly what a father looks like every day. I wake up and look in the mirror. I know what a father looks like.
That's not
Boy,
your child. Your son don't know what a father look like because his father ain't nowhere to be found.
He knew what a mother looked like then, I guess, huh?
But not the
I
father
guess I
who
guess that's
abandoned
just what it
him.
is. I guess he don't know what a father
But see, this
looks
is the
like, but
thing.
he
But
knows
you,
what a
so you
mother
can't
is,
call
right?
yourself a leader,
He knows what a
sir.
mother
Let's just
is,
do
right?
that. Let's hold up. Let's just do
He
this.
knows what a
You can't
mother
call
is, though,
yourself a
right?
leader.
I'm saying, but
Let's
he
just
knows
take
what a
leader.
mother
No,
is, though,
Let's take
right?
leader out of the description, sir, because
That's what I'm
you're
saying.
sitting around waiting. No, because you found a woman who was deranged and a criminal, and you chose to have a baby with her, and then you abandoned said baby. Like that's deplorable, sir.
Mm,
That's
You
she
can't
okay.
call
She
she
yourself
picked.
a
had kids
That's
leader.
okay.
before. She
I
had
agree
kids
with
You
that.
have
before I was
poor
there.
decision
She had
making
kids before I
skills.
was there.
You
She
need to
had
pick
kids before I
better.
was. That's how come I keep saying. You keep on saying she was so strange and arranged. She already had kids before I got
that's
there.
How
right.
would you
He
have a
had
child
already.
by her
He had
then?
already been married before I
Sir,
had
Why
she
even
was
not?
got there.
deranged and arranged. She was
I
deranged,
said,
stupid.
she already been. She had already been wifed
And
up.
you
She
a
already
problem.
had
So
been
the
that
point
already.
is, you a problem too. That's the more of the story. Like, because clearly you don't want to acknowledge that you are a sorry excuse of a man. You are a sorry excuse of a
That's
parent.
crazy.
You are a horrible person. You don't want to admit it. You're sorry.
He's
You're
not a
sorry.
horrible guy.
You're demented. You arranged, bitch. You arranged. If she arranged, you arranged.
Yeah,
Dizzy,
he's
dizzy
not
bitch.
that bad of a guy.
Hold on, what?
Yo, you the worst. You been spending your weeks that you done got on this app in your drunken stupor, your candy addict ass. You been trying to find a motherfucking father. You been
you're
looking high and
so
low for
you're
a
so
daddy.
bad.
We
Why are
get
you
it.
so bad? That's
I'm not
crazy.
mad. You coming off your high. You don't understand what's going on.
Stop coming over hot.
That's what you been over there nodding off, and
This girl's
now you
tripping.
coming through. You coming through your nodding and your candy induced coma, and now you want to come
Wow.
over here fucking with us and cock sucking. That's
Sweetie,
crazy. To
sweetie,
get
you
off,
need to hit the
hold
gym.
on, yeah, yo. To get off the pipe and get on cock is diabolical.
Sweetie, you need to hit the gym.
Don't worry about
Before,
me hitting the gym. You need to hit a clinic.
no, that's fine, but
Well,
like
I know
you
what's
really,
fine. What's
you
fine
could,
is
you could go to
I no,
therapy.
y'all always do this. Hold
Therapy
on. This the thing. I will hit the gym when y'all can get
and
y'all
and
medical
therapy
situation together.
Hold
and
up, real
therapy.
quick. Hold up, real quick, sir. Did you not read my prompt?
Oh, I was trying to.
No, read the prompt before you start talking about somebody
If
going to the
I'm
gym.
old, I don't believe in saying that word, the F word, and better. Why do you care if I'm single? Well, I don't care. I don't know. I thought this shit was funny, and I'm gonna say fat, but I don't. I like fat people, and I don't discriminate. And I don't care if you're sad and single or bitter. It's okay. God's with you.
The point is, it don't matter. But for you to come in when this man's talk about abandoning his child to the
Yeah.
system, and
No,
now his
I
father is
believe it.
hold up, sir, and now
Hmm.
he's lost. He decided to lay down and have a child with a woman who is deranged.
Yeah, that's
Who's a
okay.
criminal and will harm their child. He's seen her with children before, and he still decided to lay down and have a child by her.
Yeah, that's a man's
And you
decision.
think that's okay?
Yeah,
That
and it's
means, sir,
okay.
not only is he not a leader, you're not one either.
And it's okay to normalize making men successful. We don't need to procreate with y'all and y'all be busted losers. Like, get y'all act together. If I'm gonna be be a man and y'all want my resources, my protection, y'all gotta do the same. Y'all gotta start
Nobody
moving.
wants it though. That's the whole point. That's the
It's
whole point of the
okay.
conversation.
That's anecdotal, you know. Like you're just a subject and a big idea of the earth. Like you're an individual. The world doesn't revolve around you, sweetheart. But do
Yes,
what you
sweetheart. It
do.
don't revolve around you either, sweetheart. You understand how that works?
No, it's okay. I understand the talking point. See, I'm over here just for entertainment. I be turning this shit on here and there. You know what I mean? I like
What
to
substance
laugh.
are you on right now? Because you
Uh,
slurring your
I,
words.
I literally, my girlfriend left this morning. She was here all night. I'm chilling. I
So
just
y'all
woke
both
up.
addicts.
I'm about to cook. No, it's cool, but you need to hit the gym because you're
Hold
an
on, hold
addict
on,
to
hold on. No,
food.
no, 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 no. Hold up. Y'all both
If that's
addicts?
you right there,
Y'all both addicts?
is that you in your profile
Ask
pic?
you a question. Are y'all both addicts? So because you're
Hey,
an addict, now
is
you want
that
to try
you
to
on your
nag
profile
me.
pic up on here on TikTok? This shit crazy. That's lame. You should really get your act together before somebody
Repeat
really
what?
somebody just tell you who you are and you get mad about it. It's not a
But see,
good
you get
thing.
mad because I'm telling you an addict. You're an addict.
No, I'm not getting mad.
No,
I
no, no,
find
no,
it
no. But you're an
hilarious.
addict though. Y'all, like
You're
you need
on
to get your life
TikTok trying to trigger
together.
people. How sad, bro. You're so weird. Just hit the gym. It feels
No,
good,
what
man.
substance are you on?
It do feel good to hit the gym, by the
It
way.
feel good
And
to
a
get substances.
therapist
If it
and a
feels so good at the
therapist is
gym, why
really
are you
good.
hooked on to substances, sir? That don't make sense.
I'm trying to
You
give
a
you some
candy
keys.
head.
I'm
No,
trying to give you some
why you somebody
keys.
feel good at the gym but you a candy head? That don't make
You,
sense.
you really need to hit the gym though and find a therapist. I tell you very true, it's really beneficial for you. You believe in God?
Sir, if you hooked on substances, how are you gonna give
Hey,
anybody
hey,
advice on what
Miss
they should
Lady, are
do?
you a BOK girl that believe in God?
We're black people. I don't know what a BLK person is.
I
That's
can
what
say black. I'm gonna say black. I'm gonna say black. Do you believe in God, or you one of them feminists who don't?
why are you worried about what I'm doing?
I'm just saying, cause you asking me all them weird questions. How I'm
I
supposed
just
to be
want
an
to know what you
addict?
was
Like you's
on
a
because you slurring
weirdo.
your
You's
words.
a bum
You're
on
slurring your
TikTok. You
words.
get no change on here. You bad as fuck. Nigga. Bum. That shit weird. Go ahead. Talk about it. I play chess, not checkers. So so
You're a candy head though.
So if you fat, I don't care if you fat, bro. I met the coolest people in the world. Some of the best pum pum in the world is fat. You know what I mean? Now if you bitter, that's different. You stink. You know what I mean? If you look like that, bro, you look if you miserable, you probably stink because you ain't shower. You know what I mean? You ain't take care of your shit. You don't mop. You don't wash your walls. You know what I mean? You gotta get it together, sweetheart. For real. Like
Hold up,
coming
but you're a
on
candy head though.
but
I
you
just
come
asked
on
you what substance
TikTok
was y'all doing, sir.
and acting like you know what I mean. Where's those gifts coming from? Oh no, it wasn't for you. Let me see. Everybody get a gift. Everybody get a gift. Let me get a gift.
What are you on?
I thought I was gonna get a gift.
No, what are you on? It was the question. You went to a whole tirade, sir. What are you on?
I'm on some money.
No, no, no. What substance are you
I'm
on?
on some money. You mad as hell.
Why would I be mad if you on this? If you a
I'm
candy
mad cause
head?
you mad cause I'm doing better than you, sweetheart. You a girl. It shouldn't be so hard for you.
I'm not a girl. I'm a woman. That's simple.
You a female. You's not a woman. You's a female.
Also, now you trying to demean me because you got a substance
Who's
abuse.
demeaning? So now I'm now I'm the bully. Now you trying to demean me. You was dead up here bullying everybody. What's wrong with you?
Who did I bully?
You're not odd. This is not like
Swindle,
this
you
is
trying to bully Swindle? Trying to guilt trip him.
this different. This very, very different. Yeah.
Oh, she wildin'.
Yeah, it be like that when they better. You know what I
Yeah, she
mean?
gonna call the police too. She gonna call
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
police.
Hey,
Say that
normalize.
nigga ain't
Hey,
shit.
brother, normalize
Stay away
putting
from
money in
me and
your
my
pocket, man.
child. She gonna say it.
Normalize. Hey, normalize getting another family, dog. You know what I mean? Normalize getting different children with different women. You know what I
I
mean?
did.
These females is mad ugly up on TikTok talking about nothing all day. Talk about
Blaming
me.
the nigga for
I'm
something.
on life. I'm on life, shorty. Over here, my busted talking about addicts on sugar, bro. What you talking about? Wildin'.
Deadbeats and not responsible and shit.
I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I don't care if you's a deadbeat, bro. There's a lot of pandering men out here talking about nonsense, bro. Like talk about Shorty ate my ass, and she gonna be out there kissing dudes, and she gonna be out there kissing dudes. I ain't gonna say nigga, but I'm trying to say dudes. Hey, and I'm a fool? Nah, son. Nah, son, she ate the gooch and she out there kissing
Man,
fools. Dudes is out there
you can't
kissing.
call me a deadbeat if I done paid every child support check there is. You can't call me a deadbeat.
Fuck, call me a deadbeat, dog. I don't pay shit, man.
Call
I
me a
see my kids.
deadbeat.
I still crack it open with my baby mama, bro. Like these niggas weird. Just cause they can't get no good D, they gotta settle for they beta, cuck,
Is
motherfucker.
that the reason why they talk like that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm here for it. I'm here all up for it.
It's entertaining. It's
It's
entertaining because they was show shaming me. They about to shame me down. Shame me down.
like that shit funny for real. She
Oh
looking up
yeah.
crazy. I'm with it. I'm with this
Now
shit.
she gotta be deranged and crazy like she came out the loony bin or something.
Hey, where she go to with all that energy? What happened? And the lies? Did the veil of lies get exposed and show her true face and color, her true face value?
They don't like that.
They don't like that, bro. When you really see them in person and you really see them in shit like online is a lot different than when you meet a female in person, bro. We all gotta admit this, cause we be jacking shit. We be trying to lie to. I say there's a lot of panders, bro. A lot of panders up here, though. I don't. That shit,
They be on
man,
some
weird.
Carol
I ain't never
Baskins.
talked to another dude and talk about yeah about a female, bro. That shit weird, though. But that's
They
chick
be on
talk.
that Carol Baskins.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about that, bro.
Talking beating
I
to the
was raised
titties and
I
shit.
was raised by men, and I was raised to see through a masculine a man's eyes. I feel a lot of dudes out here look they got their mamas or their girlfriend, their wives looking through. They living vicariously through their husbands or through their sons. You know what I mean? Like I got nothing but male images in my thoughts, bro. I see through shit. You know what I
And then they
mean?
always got something to say with nothing. How they be game banging on the keyboards and shit.
You know what I'm saying?
How you gonna game bang on the keyboards and in real life you don't say nothing?
Very true. Very true. I don't know about nothing about gang banging because, you know what I mean? We keep it sturdy anywhere. Keep shit hot or whatever. You know what I mean? You don't be a gangster on the internet, you know, pop your shit, send the Addy. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Ah,
No, right, true, big fact. It's like that. Always been like it's been hot. It's gonna be a hot summer. You know what I mean? Now they broke on TikTok. You know what I mean? Looking for some like a little bit of spare change. Like I don't
some
know.
change.
It's given smelly. It's given take a shower. It's given you need to get your hair done. It's given you gotta get a better
Giving
nigga. It's,
soapbox to me.
it's
General Hospital.
oh,
It's giving me General Hospital, you know.
that's crazy.
Young and the Restless vibes.
Yeah, that's crazy. A moment of silence, bruh. She ain't say nothing since. What's going on?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
It's different. We living in different times. It's the modern society. You go up on TikTok, you gotta be aware of these females, how they like to talk and how like they like to communicate. You know what I mean? I love when females placate shit and we over here talking about one thing, but they make it about their emotions. Like, shorty, that's why we have none spaces. We separate. Me and my space, bro. I like to tell fellas up here, bro. Stick to y'all. Stick over here, bro. Like we shouldn't be communicating with these females like so frivolously. Like I
I
could never.
agree. I agree.
My finger slipped.
But
All
you can
right,
still
circle.
move
Hold
though.
up. Take his cock out your mouth. The circle jerk over. What's up, Dex?
What happened?
Hold up. It's over. Go clean yourself off. What's up, Dex?
That's gross.
Hey Tara, hey Lynn, hey DJ, hey Draco.
I think that nigga got something in his eye, Tara.
He got some shit in his
He
throat.
got some shit in his brain too. That nigga skeeted all in your fucking brain, huh?
Who said?
Damn.
Who was
Goddamn.
that?
God.
That's that nigga. That gotta be that nigga, Sir Swindle.
Yeah, it is.
Them motherfucking piranha mouth bitch. Look at
Hey, but
you.
how come you ain't put no pictures of
Damn.
me?
A
Why
piranha
you ain't put
mouth
no pictures of me
bitch.
at work though?
Look at you.
Why
That
Hey
you ain't put no
man,
a
pictures of
they
me at
trying to
work?
hate the
we
player.
we can get a
Why you
picture
say
of
What?
you.
that?
We can get a picture of you on the moon,
Wait a
in the
minute.
Yeah.
saloon,
Why you
I'm
ain't
in
trying to
no
the
get a
pictures of
picture of
me at
these.
work?
in
Hey,
the
and
fucking
we throwing
bed while
pictures
you
up.
dead, and you
Yeah,
And we
still gonna
why
throwing
look
you ain't got
Was he
pictures
stupid.
up.
outside
And
too?
watch
why you
this.
ain't
Hey,
got
Don't
no
matter.
Swindle.
It don't matter where the fuck we get the picture, nigga. You still gonna look stupid with that sparse
Hey,
ass
Swindle. Since we
beard.
throwing pictures,
Why the fuck your beard look like it needs
why
some
you
fucking
ain't
throw them
picture why
pictures,
you
fertilizer,
ma.
ain't put
Turn
a
the
nigga?
picture of
camera
me ripping
on.
the flip?
God
Call
damn,
me.
nigga,
Why
you
Turn the
you ain't
fucking
camera
why you ain't
on.
ugly
post
as
a picture of the
shit.
money? Why you ain't
That
post a
God
beard
picture
don't
of the
damn.
connect.
money?
Nah,
That
they
Why
gotta
you ain't
turn
motherfucker,
on the camera
so
now.
what
hold on. That motherfucker Swindle look
Hey,
like he'll bite you. Y'all better be careful of that nigga. He'll bite you.
hey, look
Give
at
you some
look
sort
at.
of infectious
They
disease or
mad.
something. That motherfucker, hold on.
Hey, call me. Turn that
God
camera on.
damn.
where the pictures of the money at? Where the
No,
pictures
I
of
don't
me at
listen
on the
to fucking
Yeah,
stove?
slut.
Where the picture of me on the stove?
yeah. They
Where the
hate,
picture of me in
man.
the whip?
It
Where
don't
the
Hey,
matter
picture of me
where the
in the whip?
picture
profile picture
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
host.
it
Where them pictures
baby,
at?
it don't matter where the picture
Where
is
that
taken.
picture
You
at? Where that?
still
But you
look
ain't post that
stupid.
picture though. But you
It
ain't
don't
post that picture
matter,
though.
baby,
But you
baby,
can't call me
please.
broke though,
I
huh?
wanna see I
But you
wanna see
can't
a
call me
picture of you
broke
at
though,
the
huh?
dentist.
But you
How
can't
about
call me
I
broke
wanna see a
though,
picture of you
huh?
at the dentist.
But you
Nah.
can't say
God
I'm
damn, look
broke
at that
though.
overcrowding in the bottom
Hey,
teeth.
Swindle. Look, your biggest
God
haters.
But
damn.
you
Hey, I
can't
take
say
this
I'm
in,
That
broke
bro,
nigga look
as
though.
like
good
he got
energy.
fucking
I take this
jaundice.
as
You
good
can't
energy
say
because yo,
you
That
can't say I
them
ain't
as
got a
a
cockeyed
whip
these
bitch.
though.
females the
Hold on.
best haters,
Twin.
bro, on
Twin.
everything. Look at this.
Not that cockeyed bitch was up here talking about it. Look at them fucking eyes. He
Look
looked
at
like that
this.
nigga from Scary Movie
Oh, yeah.
2. Eyes googling
Hey, who's
Fucked
everywhere.
talking?
up.
The
Pay
pro
attention,
yo host, is
bitch.
you talking
Fucked
or
Pay
up.
call me?
attention,
He
bitch.
do. He do look like the dude that was in the wheel.
Hey, call me.
He look
Is
like
you
Dwight.
talking?
Pay attention,
That
bitch.
shit
Before I slap them
crazy.
That's
fucking eyes
funny.
straight, nigga.
That's
And
What's
he up
up
funny.
there,
with
he up there
you,
talking
ugly
with Yayo.
asshole?
I heard he up here talking with Yayo. And whoever said whether he
Listen,
Hey, call me.
that
That's
nigga
good.
crazy
ugly as
different. You over here
shit,
talking.
man.
Wow.
That
She
nigga
over
Wow.
here
ugly as
busted up.
shit.
Yeah, Tara
Wow.
over there busted up.
God
These
It's
females
damn.
it's
over
still
here
gonna
talking
get
shit
juicy.
busted.
God
It's still
damn, you
gonna get
ugly.
juicy.
Hold on, yo.
That's
We know you
different.
fucking ugly because you took all your fucking pictures down, bitch. I remember
Hey,
you with them
I'm a
fucking
miracle
goggles.
child. I'm a
You
great
weird
man. I
ass
don't need
looking
to share my.
nigga.
You'll see
Shut
me
your
up
ass
on
up.
different lives. You's a sucker
No,
for
nobody
this.
will let you
You a
up on
sucker
their
for this,
lives.
man. I swear to
Not even
God.
not even the men will let you on their lives because you
You's a
irritated.
brokey. You's a
You
Look
brokey,
look
man.
at
Girl on
this.
you right.
Look
TikTok.
at
You
You
feel
this.
me?
right.
I got
So
money
You
you'll
on
right.
you'll
my. Hey,
clown
I
me.
got
You
money on my
right.
Wait,
shit.
I'm
Check my
broke.
parlay
wait,
out, babe.
You
wait.
right.
Fuck is you
I'm
So
talking
broke.
she'll
about?
You
clown
You's a
right.
me.
I'm
bum.
broke.
I could.
You
She'll
right.
clown me on
I'm
having
a
a job.
bum.
I
I'm a
could tell by your
bum.
split ends. I could split.
You right.
I could tell by your split ends, ugly. What
Right.
you talking
You
about?
got it.
I got none
You
on my
got
parlay.
it.
You's a
You
weirdo
got
on
it.
TikTok. What
You
is you
got
talking
it.
about?
Oh, I struck a nerve. You
Hurt,
mad? You
hurt,
mad? I struck
hurt.
a
Never get in my
nerve.
matrix.
You
A bum like
hurt?
you never get in
You
my
hurt?
matrix, sweetie.
You
I
hurt?
promise you. You's a
You soft ass nigga. Shut up, you
you
soft
hurt. I'm
ass
telling you, ma. You
Dominican
need
New York
therapy.
nigga.
You
You
really
fucking
ugly. I'm
soft.
trying to tell you,
And
you
you're
not
soft.
what you think you
And
are.
you're
You
bitch
really
made. And
busted.
you're soft.
You
And
busted,
you're
ma.
busted.
Stink.
Go get your
You
family from
stink,
them hoods.
ma. You
Go
stink. I
get
can
your family
promise you, I
from
can
them hoods
smell
in
you
the
from
DR and
here.
shut the fuck
You
up talking
stink
to
and you're
me.
ugly. Take a shower. Get your makeup on your face. Fuck out of here with your split
All
ends.
right.
You
You
soft. What you
got it.
talking about? You's a
You got
lame.
it. But
You
your
on
family's still in
TikTok
them huts.
arguing with
Your family's
nobody
still in
all
them
day. I
huts.
stay seeing you up
Go
on
get your
here
family from out them
choking
huts.
on the but
Go get your family from out of them
hey, but
huts.
don't you choke on
Then
dick
come back.
though?
Go get your family from out of them huts.
You take dick. You take dick, right? You take dick. You take dick, right?
Where
Yeah,
your
yeah. You
granny at?
suck
And you
dick.
want
Remember
to.
that. You
Hold
take
on,
Look
dick.
at you, weirdo.
You
hold on, real
take
quick.
dick
We
in your
saw
mouth.
you, sir.
Weirdo.
You
Hold on, real
take
quick.
dick
We
in your
saw
mouth.
you,
You's
sir.
a
We all
bitch.
saw you take
Stay
dick way
like
in our
that.
face.
Straight like
We know
that. Fuck
what
is you
you
talking
doing,
about?
sir. What are you
You
talking
gotta
about?
take you use a receiver, bitch. You
He
take dick.
triggered.
Fuck out of
Wait,
here. I'm just saying you gotta receive this dick.
He
Fuck
thought
is
he
this
ate with
energy
he
that.
thought
for,
he
babe? You take
did.
dick.
He thought he ate with
Use a
that.
use a
Weirdo.
Yeah, yo, trigger. He talking about you take dick.
He
You
is
want
yeah.
to.
triggered. He
I'm
was
just
talking
saying
all
I
that
don't like
shit.
when busted females
He
be
was
talking
talking
about me.
all that. I don't like when busted females be
Take
talking
dick. Fuck is you
about me. Shut up. Shut up.
put that dick
You
back in your
sound like
mouth,
a
sweetheart.
you sound like a bitch ass Dominican nigga
I
from New
know,
York. Shut your bitch ass
I
up,
know.
bitch made ass nigga. Y'all can't even y'all getting the women from y'all country snatched.
Pussy, your shit stink. Fuck is you talking about? Look like your shit stink. Big
And
feet,
so do your grandmas.
big feet,
She can't
No,
afford to take a
no,
shower.
big
his
hands.
pussy,
You got your
his
father's
pussy stink.
features.
No, actually, his pussy
You
stink.
look
It's
like your
infested.
dad. Fuck is you talking about?
Yeah, yo, get your stuff cleaned out. It's
You look like
infested.
your father. Fuck is you talk about? Mm-mm.
Poor yeah, yo.
Mm-mm.
He. I
Big
tell
feet,
y'all.
smelly,
I tell
split
y'all when
ends.
they are itchy and irritable like him, they come up here and they show their ass.
Hey,
Yeah,
and hey,
I'm,
yo, yeah,
I'm still
yo.
waiting on some more pictures of the swim because like you ain't show no pictures of me getting that dough. You ain't show no picture of me on that
I
stove
do.
getting that work.
I got a picture of you where
You ain't show
I
me
got a
no you
picture
ain't
of
show those
you.
pictures
I
though.
got a picture of you when you was on the line washing them dishes like convicts do. Hold
Let me
on.
see. Let me see.
yeah,
Seventeen.
Let me
and
see.
you take dick. Shawty, don't ever
Let
forget
me
that
see.
shit. You take dick.
Let me
So
Next
see.
time
stupid,
you
so do
take dick,
you.
There
you're gonna
you
remind
go.
What's
yourself
up,
of me.
twin?
There you go. Ain't
You
he
hear
Dumb
some
handsome?
looking.
dishes in the
Just
background.
stupid
He was in the
Ain't
looking.
he
kitchen.
handsome? Ain't he handsome?
Who
Just
said?
dumb looking.
Ain't he
Who said?
handsome?
And they know they look stupid. They
Ain't
know they
he
both
handsome?
ugly.
Wait, hold
Ain't
on,
he
Neither
Sarah. Hold on.
both.
Let me
handsome?
put this one up. Cause Lord, what is he talking about?
He got dimples and everything, don't he?
Ooh,
Look
Lord, they
at
didn't
him.
help you much,
He got
child.
some hair. And he could fight. Look at his glasses. They kind of tilted.
Who
And he
you
could
trying to
fight.
convince? Who you
Look
trying to
at
convince?
him.
Us or yours with them county glasses, sir?
Hey,
Nah.
You got
Kwame, you look
county
like your
eye
father. What is you
insurance.
talking about? You
Look
big
at
You
him.
feet
right.
Him
You
animal.
right. I
You
handsome.
do.
gorilla face,
Him
fucking
handsome.
split end bitch. Get your hair done, you
He
bum.
talking
Fuck
about
Your
is you
somebody got
talking
cheekbones
split
about?
gonna
He
go
Big
tweak
ends.
though.
feet.
handsome.
But hold
You
on,
got
y'all.
the
Them some
size
good
Okay.
12.
cheekbones. Ain't even gonna
Fuck out
lie.
of here. You got hand me
He
downs
Great
from your
handsome.
cheekbones,
brother.
sir.
You's a whole female. Fuck you
He
stink.
thought he ate with
You need to
that.
go get checked.
Look. Look.
You need to check all that shit.
You know
Mm-hmm.
What is
You
you
where he
talking
right.
at?
about?
You
What
right.
so
You
something
right,
else
yayo.
I
handsome.
could tell you from your face, you look like your father, bro. Why you
You right.
talking,
I do
bro?
look like
You
my
over here trying to
father.
be a bully. Your shit
You
stink.
right. I
Look
do look
You
like
at
my
mad as
him.
father.
fuck on
Next.
TikTok all
He
day. And
handsome.
when I get
Next.
on
That's
TikTok, you be
that
mad
big
as
body
fuck.
with
He look
leather in
like
But
his
that's
there.
why
father,
you
y'all.
take dick.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
like I'm gonna have to pay that
yeah.
child
You talk all
You
support.
that shit
right.
because nobody can give you
That's
no
why I gotta
good
pay
dick.
that child support so
You
I
got
can draw that big body. I
Shut
gotta pay that
up.
child
to come
support so
on
I can draw that
TikTok.
big.
Nigga, who you talking
Shut
shit to?
up.
Crazy. You bum,
He
ugly
keeps
ass
saying the
bitch. You
same
stink, bitch.
thing.
Fuck is
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
telling you the
yeah, yeah. I
truth.
paid it
Somebody
though.
need to
Hey
tell you.
I
yo,
You want to
paid it
argue?
hey
though.
yo.
But I paid it
New
though.
You
York
want to
Thank you.
niggas
argue
are
with everybody,
officially
bitch.
annoying as shit.
But I
Y'all act
paid
like
it
Hey yo,
though.
stop
bitches.
screaming.
But I paid it though. I
You,
Y'all
paid
act like
that.
you,
bitches. You New York
Cause,
niggas are
cause I
bitch
got
you,
to.
made.
not you,
Bitch made
you
running around the
on
city,
TikTok.
sitting outside of a bodega.
On
Nigga, go sit
TikTok.
outside of a bodega and stop
Hey,
talking
talking
to
shit.
me. You
Talk shit
weird
to me.
nigga. What the fuck is
You
wrong with
stink.
you?
Bitch,
You
you stink.
broke,
Get your
you
shit stink.
bummy. You broke,
Stinky.
you bummy. You ain't got no car.
Split
You
end.
ain't got no job.
Split end.
You ain't got no
You look
health
like your
insurance, and
father.
your kids is
I'm
probably
rich.
special.
I'm
Shut the
rich. You're
fuck up
mad.
talking to
bother
mad.
me.
I'm rich. You can't bother me.
You're not rich,
You
stupid. Shut your dumb ass up.
ah ah. What are you talking about?
You in the house screaming at your phone in your fucking
How
two by
much you
five
rent?
apartment. Shut your
You
ass
rent?
up, stupid.
How much you rent?
Your apartment is the size
Sinead,
of my closet. Shut up.
Sinead,
Shut up and go get them mouse traps checked. Shut your dumb ass up.
see,
Go get them rats out of your closet,
see, you
stupid.
stink.
Go get them rats out of your closet, broke ass.
Stinky.
You bum.
Ah.
You bum. Don't got no house. Don't got nothing for yourself. That's why your
How much
baby
you
mama won't
rent?
let you go see your
What's your
kids.
rent?
Yeah.
Um,
See
We
exactly
can't
that.
hear you, stupid.
It is right there. There it is.
We can't
That's
hear you,
exactly why
stupid.
she said. That's exactly
We can't hear
why
ah,
you.
your
Come
baby
again.
mama
Say
won't
something
let you
again.
see your kids. Did
Say
you hear
something,
that?
yeah, yo. Yep, I
Did you
say it
hear that?
again. I say it again.
That
Shut up
is
so I can say it
that
again.
is
Shut up so I can say it
okay.
again.
You right. You
Shut
right.
up so I can say it again. Shut up so I can say it again. Yayo's baby mama won't let him see his kids because he has something wrong with him. He gets that SSI check because he's kind of slow in the brain. That nigga
bad.
got noodles for
You big.
brain.
Somebody
Yeah.
stink.
He causes harm to his children, so his baby mama
Stinky.
won't let him see him.
Stink.
Lynn, I wonder if we let him go, how long he'll go.
Little
Let him
bitch.
run his mouth. Let him go off
Let me
about
run my mouth. Shit you talking about? I
it.
crack open my baby mama every weekend. You's a lame ass bitch. Nobody like you. Your friends don't like you. Your parents hate you. Your best friends fake to you. You stinky ass bro. What you talking about? Get off of TikTok. You talk too much.
Hey, Lynn. Lynn, I just want you to know that I love you and I think you're beautiful
Thank
and awesome,
you.
by the way, okay?
Oh nigga,
Thank you.
I
There's
ain't
your
worried
girl.
about
That's
this
your
nigga.
girl.
All right.
This
I
nigga
just
could
want you
never. This nigga couldn't touch me with a 10-foot pole. This nigga is broke and bummy looking. That's why he on
Her.
TikTok
You're
crashing out.
mad. On TikTok all day talking shit, bitch. Talk shit to me. Who's you
And
bullying
here
all
you
day?
are
You
with
trying to
me.
bully niggas. You a
And here you
stinky
are
ass
with
lame
me.
bitch. You look like
Yeah,
your father.
I am. I do.
Fuck out of here, bitch.
What
Like what you talking
next?
about your
You
big
gonna say
feet?
something different? You right. I got big feet. They size 12.
Crazy.
Yep. You right.
Wild different. You don't
You
know no
right.
nothing. You don't get no
And
money.
you got your grandpa
You
chin.
funny, stupid.
You don't
This
get no
joke's not
money.
funny
You
over
don't
here.
do
This ain't New
shit.
York,
You
nigga. I
gotta
don't give
work
a fuck about
hard.
what you
And you
talk
gotta go to
about.
work. And you gotta
That's
go
a
to work.
weird ass New York
You
nigga joke talking about you look like your father. Like, nigga, I ain't from New York. That shit didn't hit. What the fuck? Duh, that's my daddy. I look like him, stupid.
You look
I'm
your
not from New
father.
York,
therapy.
bitch. That
You
shit
need
don't hurt my
therapy.
feelings.
For real. No, none of your
Okay.
friends like you. You one of the lamest people on
Linda,
earth,
them
bro.
cheekbones on fleek, though. I appreciate them cheekbones,
You
sir.
hear me? I
Them
don't give a
cheekbones.
fuck how beautiful you is in your face, bro. You got
Crazy.
an ugly personality. I'm gonna let this shit be
Why
known.
niggas
And
always
I'm gonna
say
tell
that
you in
I
shit?
your
I
didn't
don't
even
face.
care
say
how
you was
pretty you
beautiful
Your
are.
shit, you was
after
ugly.
saying
Yes,
all that
You was
shit,
an
Crazy.
Lynn.
they
ugly.
always say that.
He just said you was
Duh.
It's
beautiful
right
after saying all
true.
that.
I don't care what I just said to her. If you ugly in the inside, bro, you ugly. I don't make you feel that way. Like you swear you got it. You ugly.
Hey, yo, she beautiful, ain't she? Hey, yo,
That
you think
shit
she
is
beautiful?
funny.
Hey, I crack it open. Fuck is you talking about? I'm a man, bro. But like, fuck is you talking about? I crack
You
that
put a
bitch. Why the
wig on
fuck?
the pig.
I'll make
You
her.
put the
I'll
wig on
make
the
her hold her
pig.
chest. I'll make her walk out the wrong way, sideways. Fuck.
Okay, hey, yo,
I'm a real man. I'll
hey, yo,
bust this shit right open.
sir, you not
I'll
Quincy, you
make
not
her heels clap like that. Clap, 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 clap.
hey, yo.
Oh my
Stupid.
god, that's some crazy
Are you
shit.
mad? Are you mad because Lynn is not old and she not fat and she not ugly, but you
Nah,
beautiful?
to be honest, I don't know how Daha. Hey, Diha. I don't know how to say your name, man, but
The
nah, I'm
her?
not mad. This is
This motherfucker
entertainment
can't
purposes
read
only.
either.
Hey, stupid.
I only come in here.
Hey,
I only come in here to talk shit
hi.
because y'all niggas is funny.
Hey,
I know,
Real
but are
shit.
you
Y'all
mad
got no
because she's not?
life.
hey,
Not
This
yeah,
nigga
yo.
old,
can't read. He
not
called you
fat.
the her.
Hey, yeah, yo. Hey, yeah, yo. You need to read Cat in the Hat before you start talking.
The fuck?
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. He's mad because he know he can't. Glenn would never. I think that's what it is. So he on here screaming because she would never.
Fucking Cat in the Hat, motherfucker.
What
Here.
did he say? The hell
The
and single.
her.
I don't know if you heard me, but
Hilarious.
them cheeks is giving, boy. Them high cheekbones is giving. The way you was giving that them lips. You was poking them lips up. Fleece was like, "Hey,
I count at least 22 stampedes. I'm
You
just
look
saying.
like
Listen, hold on.
you look like your father. You look like your
Hold on, son.
father. Like, duh, stupid. What are you talking about?
I just know if I
Duh.
ever mess with a man that say he cracked me open, like the fuck, what? Never.
You look like your father. What
Hold
type of
up.
New York ass insult is
Did
that?
he not look like his father?
I guess not. Maybe it's not really his father. Maybe he looked like his uncle. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean
He
by
probably
that?
don't know his father.
Yeah.
That's why he's so angry.
Yeah, I think more like an uncle. Yeah,
That nigga look like his uncle. He looked like
definitely.
his uncle on his mama side. He looked
Shit.
like that nigga. Incest
I keep him.
Tavius over here.
After a night of Midwest candy.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure. He did all that goddamn
Yeah,
screaming
yo. You
just
look
come
like your
around and
step
say Lynn is beautiful. He did all that screaming to say that.
that nigga look like his step grandfather. Fuck out of
That shit
here.
was hilarious, though. Yes. Be
Well,
quiet, boy. Let me see
well,
your face.
who was
Hold
it?
up, go
Not you
find
over
your
there cursing
son.
in front of
Hold
your
up,
child.
Swindle, go find your son.
Get out of here.
Don't
Imagine
tell him to
some.
go away. He wants some attention from you.
That's what he do. He abandoned children.
You
What?
claim you've been at work all day. Get that child some attention. The
I
fuck?
know, boy. I ain't talking to you.
Why is you calling him boy? He got a name. Get off of TikTok.
He abandoned his kids.
That nigga smoked Newports and got county glasses and up here talking shit about somebody. Sir, please. Please.
Drinking
Please go find a
Stevie.
fucking job where you can get some adequate health care, nigga. What is you
Mommy,
talking
is you a
about?
be if you really
Shut up, ho. Shut up, ho ass
hey
nigga.
nah, is you really a black
Shut your hoe ass up. Don't
who
talk to me. Don't talk to me. You
Is you
eh,
booty
questioning
busted
her
open
blackness to be
bandit
Dominican? What?
bitch.
all right, look. Alright, nah, it's cool. I don't need to ask you nothing no more. That's fine.
Yeah, bitch. Don't talk to me. Hoe ass nigga. Fuck out of
You,
here.
but if I said, what if I said that to you? How will you be
I
feeling?
don't give a fuck. Now you went to look at my profile, so now your tune changed. Get the fuck out of here, nigga.
Who looked at your profile? I was
You
literally
did.
on the phone with my shorty. You're mad. I would never.
You're
Sir,
bad.
he
You're
already
mad. I
looked at
would
it.
never
That's
do
what he was
that.
like. Just
I
because
don't
you,
waste my time, bro. That's your guppy ass dudes y'all be
You
talking
right. You
about,
right.
bro.
Don't waste your time.
Niggas be running a track to try to get y'all lame ass females, bro. Good job.
And
that's what
do.
you do, huh?
Rare shit. Nah, I be happy for y'all. Y'all be dealing with all types of weirdos, bro. Y'all be cuffing them all up. Like, I'm with it.
Wait, did
They
you
take
just say
their money and give me some money, man. That's what I'm with.
how you backhand
I know
flirting
that's what
though?
Dominican niggas do. That's what I heard y'all do because
Yeah,
y'all can't
of
work for
course.
y'allself.
You
Y'all
backhand
dumb.
flirting. This
Of
is wild.
course. Give me money. Fuck is
Y'all
you talking
thugs is
about? What date?
motherfucker.
You paying for
Not
the
the women,
date?
not the women in
Buy
your
me
society gotta
shoes.
work for y'all.
Every
Crazy
what
fucking
ma,
work.
hold on. Did you not know there was a
Crazy
holiday
fucking
in
work.
every month? Because
Don't
I get a
nobody give a
present every
shit.
month for my shorties. What are you
I
talking
don't give
about?
a fuck about your dumbass
You
woman.
lame. Talking about
That bitch was
get
on the
some
short
money.
bus. Shut the fuck up talking
Look
to
at my
me.
profile. Look at my parlays. That's one. That's nothing. I'm just trying to
I
tell y'all, get some money.
I googled those pictures and I saw it in Google
Never
image
that.
search.
Never
Yes,
that.
I
You're
did.
so mad. You're
Yes, I
so
did.
mad. You're
I saw
so
those in
mad.
Google image search.
You're
I
mad
googled
as
them.
fuck, babe. You gotta learn.
He
You gotta
got
play
those
your
from
money.
somebody else,
You
y'all.
gotta stop playing. You gotta stop being broke and put your money where your mouth is, bro. That's how you get money.
Damn.
God damn.
Hey yo,
Look
can
at
you
that
back
bottom
us
row
from
of
the
teeth.
mic?
I
He
don't
said
judge
he was.
nobody.
Wait, hold
I
on,
don't judge
Yayo. He
nobody how
said,
they get
hold
their
on,
money.
Yayo. He said he was getting money. Like he was, sir was cutting up. Sir,
Yeah. No, I don't judge nobody how they y'all females be selling ass and feet. Like you know what I mean. Like I don't care how
no,
buddy
no,
get money.
Yayo. You the female that sell ass and feet.
Y'all be selling y'all souls for nothing.
Well,
No,
you've been fighting.
you sell
$25
your
for
ass.
$5 a month for $25 a pig. My like I don't care how a fool
No,
get
Yeah, yo. Tell us how much your preparation H subscription is.
preparation age. What the fuck is
That
this
big
mad
boy
nigga?
handsome.
Yeah,
Wendell, you was
at
that kid in
work.
preschool biting my
He
butt.
at, he at work. They were at work. He paying that child support. I know some people. What are you wearing?
That's
Barely.
beautiful. That's
Yeah,
beautiful.
yeah,
Go
that
sit with
boy
your
work,
child.
huh?
You with your
That boy work. Pay them bills, huh?
What
That's
you at?
him.
Kitchen serving?
That's him that pay
No,
that child
hold
support,
on. Let me
huh?
say this real quick. Hold on.
That's him
It
that pay
ain't
that
nothing.
child
Hold
support,
on,
though,
sir.
huh?
It's nothing
who's that
wrong with. Hold
dusty ass
on. Hold
mammy?
on. Yeah, yo, hold on. It ain't nothing wrong with working an honest job. What's wrong is that you sitting up here circle jerking with Yayo, trying to disrespect women, acting like you talking about you getting the bag and we broke, sir. If we broke, you double broke.
He lived in poverty.
But I'm telling you,
Yo,
yeah,
y'all mad
yeah,
simple.
yeah, yeah,
Y'all
shut the fuck up.
Wow.
Jesus
Shut
Christ.
up, Ayo. Yo, you annoying as
This is
fuck. Who the fuck
y'all
is
Yeah,
that?
shut the
simple
fuck
as
up.
this is
fuck,
where the
bruh. I swear to God,
disconnect
this is
Yeah,
one
is.
of
yo,
the
yeah,
poor
yo, yeah, yo, yeah,
people.
yo, yeah, yo,
Hold on,
dude,
Yayo.
come
Go ahead,
on, come the
Diggs. Go
fuck
ahead,
on.
Diggs.
Jesus fucking Christ. But on top of that, you're saying you got money, right? And you're getting the bag and this and that and the other. And you have kids that you abandon. You don't even
Here
know
we
where they are.
fucking go, bro.
Man, shut the fuck up.
I'm on
He
mute.
can never
Shut
shut
the
the fuck
fuck
up,
up.
Dex.
You're not that important, dude. You're really not that important.
I'm letting you.
Yeah, you're not that important. I
I'm
don't
letting
care.
you
Right. So
land
like,
it.
so you admit that you abandoned kids. You don't know where they're at. You had no interest in finding out where they're at, keeping in contact with them.
No,
You're
not at
trying to
all.
you're trying to literally blame the mother who is incarcerated for your decisions.
No,
You know what I mean? You scared to even hold yourself accountable while admitting that you the one who
while
abandoned. You
I
had
make
since you had the ability to make all this money, why didn't you keep in contact with them and go get your kids? Like, you know what I mean? So you can't come up here and try to get
you
cookies
can't
for not even
make
doing the bare minimum. You know what I mean?
can't make
So
other.
dude, you're not
What's
that
wrong with you,
important.
man?
You're really not that important. Go
You can't
read
make other.
Cat in the Hat. Go read
Bro,
Cat
how
in the
many?
Hat. Yeah. You had to rely on betting on basketball to get some crumbs here and there. That's
Damn,
what you
nigga,
have
you
to
got
do.
some other nigga raising your kids, bum ass nigga.
You got to worry about betting to try to get some money here and there to eat by the end of the week.
Oh,
And you have just enough money to buy a 10 piece of KFC so it can last you 2 weeks. The fuck out of here with that
and
bullshit.
play some, play, play
Yeah, I
that,
don't I don't have to gamble to eat, dude.
play that.
I'm okay. I have a
Ah,
steady
yeah,
steady increase in income.
that's
Yeah.
why they, that's why they muting. That's why they. Ah.
Yeah. So I don't know who it was who was saying that was it Swindle who abandoned his kids?
It's sad
Yeah.
Huh? Was Swindle?
Yeah, he said he didn't see his. Oh, yeah, yo, you want to take a break? Take a lap, sir. Damn. No, he said that in 5 years he been paying child support. He ain't seen his child in 5 years, but his child been in the system, been in
Did
foster care and everything. And now they don't want nothing to do with him. And he up here, he want to blame the woman, which is crazy because he laid down and had a baby by that woman.
right. And the thing is he didn't even know that his kid was in the system. So he's claiming that he sent child support, but had no idea where his child was, what they were doing, nothing. Like he had zero contact and think he's a father
And he
at
didn't
this.
care.
Yeah, the fuck. And you up here wanting fucking cookies? You get cookies with spoiled milk? The fuck?
Well, he want to blame the woman because he make bad decisions.
Yeah. You abandoned. Is no way I could be away from my kids and not know where they are. No way. Absolutely no way. No situation whatsoever. But for you to blame that on somebody else, you're just a bitch at the end of the day. You're not a father. You're a bitch.
Y'all let that white tea Dominican man come up here and cause all that chaos. That motherfucker.
Well, that's what bitch do. They guzzle each other's dicks all the time. You know, I mean, he wanted someone to validate his mediocrity. He wants somebody to tell him that it's okay for him to be, a bad sperm donor. Well, not a bad one. For him to be a good sperm donor, I should say. That's what he wanted. He wanted someone to pat him on his back for being mediocre, for abandoning his kids, for not being in his kid's life. Imagine he said that he don't even know where his son at, don't even know how old he is. Like, you literally here just living life knowing you have kids out there and don't even care where they're at, how old they are, what they're doing, nothing.
Yeah, he said he going to get in contact with him if he want to talk to him. That's crazy. But at the same time, he called himself a leader, which is crazy.
Nigga,
Comment. Now hold up, Dex. Glenn, did you want to comment?
I do. Actually, I love this prompt. Like I love it. Flashy mute up. You got the police in the background. Uh. I love this prompt so much. And I think we had this conversation the other night on my live, but I'll just reiterate it here. Um they want you to care about being single so that they can shame you for not getting a man. When you don't care, it's not fun because then they can't bully you. They can't talk shit about you. They can't make you seem shameful. Because if you weren't qualified, right? Because you fat, you whatever this prompt say, fat, my bad y'all, cooking at the same time. And um bitter and old, you know, um then I you got it. I take myself out of the race. Why can't I just be, left alone with my cat? But that's not enough for people. They want you to care. They want you to care so that they can either bash you, the men, or the women need you in order to triangulate themselves against you. Like they want to, have somebody who they're better than so that they can make their ego feel a little bit better. And it's just weird to me. It's just odd, strange behavior.
You're
But
not
yeah,
wrong.
I land. Can somebody mute me?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, Lynn, you actually not wrong. Good job. Good.
Did
But
you
the
come up
key
here to
point,
answer the prompt or what?
yeah. But the part I feel like you're missing is typically whenever people are saying these things, it's typically a rebuttal. It means you were popping your shit and they're trying to humble you. No, people don't just go out of their way to just say these like
But they
to care.
did. Well, hold up, Classy. They did. That's the whole point. You would. I, listen to what I'm saying. No, I'm telling you, they do all the time.
Unprovoked.
Yeah, we just like Lynn said. He made a lot because we was just having this conversation the other day.
Highly doubt it,
Oh,
but okay, I'll take your word for it.
I mean, not a doubt. The fact is what it is.
If you say so, if you're saying it's facts, I don't see how that would be a factual thing. But hey, it's
I'm
your
telling you from
opinion.
personal experience what I'm saying. It's from personal experience.
Yeah, but personal experience it doesn't mean it's fact. It just means your personal experience. That is really
So you didn't
that
want
is,
to. You just want to talk about the validity of my comment. Not you didn't want to comment on anything else.
no, because at the end of the day, from my personal experience, just like since we're making it a personal thing, like it is definitely a shaming tactic. I agree with you 100% on that, right? But it's typically a rebuttal to humble somebody, which means that person said something like, let's say there was like, oh, I don't need a man, and then that's when they're gonna try to humble you. Oh, you don't need a man. No, you can't get a man, and blah 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 blah. It's a rebuttal. People don't just wake up like,
Yeah, it can be a
oh, that's why you
rebuttal,
don't
but
got.
that's not what I'm saying is, yeah, I get what you're saying is a rebuttal, but that's not the only time you hear it.
Oh yeah, yeah, okay. If that's the argument you want to make, yeah, you're right. It wouldn't be the only time, but
But that's
I
that's
thought
a that's a big point.
majority of the time, it is a rebuttal because they're trying to humble you because you're either popping your shit or you're saying something that they don't like.
But even
So
still, it's like even if it's a rebuttal, what kind of rebuttal is that? If a person, it's like, oh, because a lot of times a rebuttal is just the person saying something that the person don't like, in the sense that
It don't mean that they did anything wrong. They just don't like they feels uncomfortable about you stating something. Sometimes it's just objective fact.
Well, I guess to a degree, right? Like I said, it's meant to just simply humble you because certain things trigger people, or certain people like when you see somebody that's overweight, talking about their weight as easy as a target that is, it will always hurt people enough to humble them to a degree. If you don't care, right? Like if you do exactly like Lynn said, right? You don't care. You subtract yourself from the equation where you truly don't let it bother you. Then yeah, you stripped away all the fun and all the you take the shock value out of it because now it's like damn they done accepted all of the insults and then that's when people gotta find something else to insult. So yeah, like I said, I agree. It is a shaming tactic, but it's typically used because someone said something that person either don't like or they're rebuttaling to that person bragging about like I'm single or I'm fat, so I'm better. You feel me? That's all it really is. It's a rebuttal.
Before I go to scribble, anybody want to rebuttal with Flashy just said or respond to what Flashy just said?
I
Ivy?
don't know what Flashy talking about. But hey, Flashy, by the way, but I don't be knowing what Flashy be talking about sometimes. Um,
Cause you boxed in. Your mind need to open and expand. Expand it like you expand your pants when you about to eat.
I'm gonna expand your pants.
It's it's already expanded. It's already expanded, baby girl. All I gotta do is think about nasty things and it expands.
No, that backside. But shut up. Come on, Flashy. Come on. It's already hard. It be hard. Because I don't know how we cool when you be saying stupid shit. I'm trying to really have the real conversation.
Real hard. Real hard.
Lord.
What you mean? You came at me on some bullshit.
Now he about to go off on me.
Don't start no shit. It won't be no.
Flashy Tavius.
I'm just saying.
Now he going in on me. Damn, he crashing out on me. Go ahead, Flash. You got him.
Crashing out is crazy.
No, but like, cause it seemed
But
like, and I'm being serious, cause I don't get what you're saying, because it seemed like you was understanding what Lynn said, and then it's like you took a whole different turn, and I don't know, It's almost like to me, it's almost like no matter what angle women go in these conversations, it still always goes back to this weird trying to shame or hold women accountable for something else. So, like, if women are accepting, theoretically, right, this is what this prompt represents to me. It's like women saying, okay, cool, you say I'm old, fat, bitter, angry, I'm going to have cats, I'm going to be alone. I'm going to accept that. I'm going to go ahead and just sit with that reality for myself. And it's like, no, it's like you want to pull us out of their reality to put us into something else. It's like like the other night when we was in Geo Live, we seen them pull women out of that reality, all for them to put them somewhere else to shame them. So it has to simply be that when men are engaging with this level of accountability, they want to be the ones to make you accountable and to shame you. And I think about it like this: like if a man, like if you break up with a man, he begs to get you back, like he begs to get you back, and then y'all get back together, and then he break up with you. It's like that. Like that's what it seems like Flashy was saying to me. I don't know.
well, I think what you fail to realize is I acknowledge what Lynn said as being factual, right? It is a shaming tactic. Like that I cannot argue at all. I'm giving a different perspective where you need like typically like for an example, you said you were in somebody's live, which means based on that topic, whatever the topic was about, I'm assuming it was in regards to relationships or something that had to do with dealing with another human being, which means whoever that person was talking about, or oh, I don't need a man, and da, da, da. So that's him trying to shame you. It's a rebuttal. It's him saying that because you said, oh, I don't need a man and I don't want a man. I could do basically. That's all it is. It's just, yo, y'all don't know how to drive. What the heck going on?
You better be careful.
They need a better. They ass need to be careful, but no,
But
that's just
I
our.
don't understand Flashy. Like, why? Like, if I'm saying that I want to be alone and I want to rub my feet together and I want to, like, watch whatever I want to watch and I want to, like, roll around in my bed and sleep, like, horizontally and I want to, have a cat and unalive alone. Why would that trigger somebody? That's kind of weird. Like, I'm talking about my person. That's just like you saying I want to be a lawyer and me being like, man, fuck you. Like, you dumb. Like, what?
No, you're right, but you have to add context to the conversation, right? Like somebody that's okay with being the big girl and don't want a man. They don't have to address it at all. They simply just live it. It's their reality. They don't need to tell anyone X, Y, and Z. This is already their life. The problem is, or what you guys
But
are
why
not
not?
understanding. But what you guys are not understanding is when you put it out there into the world, that's when some people will use it as a shaming tactic to, like you said, to humble you, to put you down, like to put you back in your place, whatever the case may be. It's because you said it in a way where you was. It's almost as if like when you're pump faking and they're pulling your card, like, oh, you really don't need a man, or you really don't care about a man, and they're pulling your
But
they're
see,
pulling
that's
your
the
card.
but that's the thing. It's never just oh I'm single. Everybody know I'm single. Niggas be like oh, but do you got a man though? Like it's not something that's just given out. Men actually ask for the information in order to try to humble you about it.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
agree. I agree, but listen to what I said, right? If a woman don't even get in that type of conversation with a person at all, like she's not out here saying, "Oh, I'm single," because no one knows you're single unless you tell them you're single, or unless they're basically watching you extremely hard. But we're talking about on the normal, on the average. When the conversation pertains to relationship, and you're talking in a certain tone, or you're saying a certain thing to a certain insecure type of person, yeah, they're gonna try to shame you. They're gonna try to humble your ass because they know that's gonna always be the easiest thing to shame on. Oh, you ain't got a man. That's why you overweight. That's why you look like this and you look like that. Because at the end of the day, that's all they're trying to do, right? They're trying to shame you because you said some shit that they don't like, which is kind of weird, but that's kind of how humans are. They're always gonna shame you. Like I know right? When a guy is saying he's surprised, women will shame him and be like, "Oh, he's so sassy. He's this, that, and the third." That's all it is. Whenever you start feeling yourself and you acting too high and mighty, some hating ass person gonna come out of home and grab you in the mud.
what's that swindle or scribble?
Hey, Scribble. Yeah, it's Scribble. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
All right.
get back on
So,
top.
okay. I like the prompt. If I'm old, fat, and bitter, why do you care if I'm single? So, if I'm old, fat, and bitter, and I'm like, I'm happy to be single, I'm happy to be fat. I mean, if you think that, I'm happy to be, living with my cats. Why would, what is the point of, what is the shaming of, as he said, humbling me, by calling me, oh yeah, that's why you're single, that's why you look like that. Like, what is the point of humbling me? Like, would that encourage me to find a man, or is that supposed to do something? Is what I want to understand.
But it's two contradicting messages is what I'm saying. So it's like one because the question I'm gonna for a second to get back on. But it's contradictory. It's like, oh, you fat, you ugly, you old, you angry, you this, you that, whatever. You can't get a man. But once you say you don't want one, the narrative change, or you. But once you say you don't want one, the narrative change, or you can't get one.
Yeah,
It's
but
like
you're
but no, no, no,
like
no. Hold up real quick. Because this actually like a follow up to a conversation we was having the other night where like everything they said that I was, I'm like, all right, bet you got it. Cause they was like, oh, you broken or some y'all want Pookie and Ray Ray a bet. So I don't need to be with nobody. But then it's like, oh, you can't be single for too long. You still need to be with a man. It's contradictory. It's not a consistent there's no consistency there. It's like you want to shame me for not being in a relationship, but then you tell me that I'm my life don't have value because I'm not in one. I don't know. It's just like it be all over the place.
I don't think it's the same men saying those conversations you're conflating. But like I said, the easiest way for you guys to ever understand this conversation is to flip the gender roles and look at it from when women try to shame men for it, when men be popping their shit. Like I said about the whole, when a man starts feeling himself, oh, I'm the prize, oh, I need a woman to take me out on a date, and women are basically saying like, oh, he's so sad. Like they're trying to shame that man into submission. Like, what's the point of a woman trying to humble a man that says he's surprised and
You see, the
he.
thing is, it's not the same thing. Because the idea is that
What
you're
are we
supposed
talking
to
about?
be. No, no, no. The idea is that you're supposed to be in a relationship. For women, like you're supposed to be in a relationship. But if you're not in a relationship, you're not supposed to be okay with it. You're supposed to feel like you're missing out. But if you do get in a relationship, don't expect somebody of quality because you're not good enough for that either. It's like it's more than just shaming. It's like there's nothing you can do. Like I'm just gonna degrade and put you down because I have a power to at the end of the day.
But that's not even true though. And the reason why I know that's not true because when people be in
Oh,
relationships,
how you
let's say
think?
for
Hold on. So your whole thing is none of
That
this
is
is
the exact
true.
truth.
Hold on.
That is the
Your
exact
whole
truth.
stance is nothing is true.
no, because listen to what I'm saying though. Like for an example, right? Every most guys they want a Savannah and LeBron James relationship, right? Like those type of relationships, people don't. They're not saying, oh, that's why. No, they people up. Guys are proud. Not even necessarily. I'm not even gonna make this a guy thing because women shame women also for not having a relationship. So I'm not even gonna make this a gender thing. It's the fact that it's off. Damn, whose background is that? That is me.
No, that's
Friend, look
scribble.
at the road.
No, scribble. Your background loud.
Oh, my bad.
Not you a single mom. I'm crying. But nah, the whole point is it's only I'm gonna keep saying this. It's once again it's meant to be a shaming tactic based on the conversation that is had, not because guys aren't saying you being in a relationship is bad. No, it's based on because there's always you guys are leaving out a whole bunch of context and just saying it's a shaming tactic. Like what the fuck? That's not even like that's literally a quarter of the conversation.
And what's up, Sammy? I disagree, but what's up, Sammy?
So you believe that's the whole conversation? That's it they're just shaming you like
Now I feel
unprovoked.
like you're trying to. I feel like you taking something that is women's personal experiences and you trying to make it something else. But
But this isn't unique
Sammy,
to
I
women.
can't hear you. Turn out. You can come back. You playing?
But yeah, this is not a woman conversation. This is well you can well technically it is because well matter of fact it's not a woman conversation at all because all the things that prompt is talking about would apply to men also. So I'm not here to make it frame it to this is you're trying to invalidate women's experience. No, this is a conversation about people that is old, fat, and, and bitter, which all these things can apply to men.
Bro, you literally just invalidated a woman's experience just now by saying that.
So you think women are the only ones that experience these things? No, because you're trying to frame the
No, but it's
conversation.
not. It's not like a societal thing. It's like for maybe one or two people. Maybe like it happens to people maybe in like high school or like I don't know, like work or something.
So you're
To
gonna
like men.
invalidate. You're invalidating men that go through this every single day.
I'm not validating them. I'm just saying that men go
But you
through it
literally are.
differently.
Oh,
No, I'm
they
not.
go through it differently. You're
It's
trying to.
giving gaslighting and deflecting.
Isn't that what you're
Typical
doing?
man. What am I
This.
doing?
Okay. Anyways,
Oh,
I mean, Tara, all it is
uh,
just is a
it's
simple.
like yeah, I just
All up,
so stubborn.
yeah, hold up, flashes. All it is such a simple argument. It's boring at this point because all it is it's well, if women saying it, then I could just flip the argument and say men go through it. Like I mean, there's always it's just that. That's all it is, and it's
That's the
stupid.
only way. That's the only way they could change. They could understand when you make it about them. When you flip the roles, like okay, because if you leave it to them to just
Flashy,
think for themselves, or
flashy,
uh, that's all they're gonna ever do.
flashy. Gotta wait. At least give
Go
people.
ahead.
At least give people chance to finish their thought. uh yeah, it's so surface level at this point. It's like he's so off on what it actually is. Like, what I mean? Like he literally just see it as if you say this, then I could flip it. And that's just the argument. Like I refuse to even engage in that conversation, because that's like, to me, it's like talking to a 3-year-old at this point. So you guys got it. This doesn't make sense.
Thank you, Dex. It's like when a male student gets essayed and people are like, "Oh my God, I wish I was so lucky when I was in my, my teachers weren't this how when I was in high school." And then when women talk about being assaulted, they're like, "No, that never happened. That never happened." Like, is it had like, and it's women who are like in the comments of a male getting essayed being like, hey, this is bad, hey, this is bad. Or when it's like a weird age gap, it's always women saying, hey, this is bad, hey, this is weird, hey, this is creepy. And men are like, it's legal, it's fine, it's legal, it's fine. Like, or it's, you can't flip these, like, I'm not saying they don't happen, I'm just saying like you can't flip them.
And the thing is, like every time we see like a woman who was a teacher, you know, essay a kid, you'll literally hear a bunch of men will jump up and be like, "Man, I wish I was him," or he's an idiot for ratting her out. If I was him, I would have keep doing it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they would just literally ignore it and praise him. But then when women talk about it, because it happens more often to women, then all of a sudden it's like, well, men go through it too, and it's terrible, and you guys don't say it, talk about it. Not trying to talk about the actual issue, is deflecting and just want to say, well, I need you to be quiet because it happens to men also. So if it happens to men, we shouldn't be talking about it, because they don't really care about it either. They don't care about men being essayed by men or women, because they will either hide it when it happened to them, right? Because they're scared of what their own friends would look at them, how their friends would view them. So they would rather hide it. But if it happens, if a woman does it to them, they will literally get praise for it from their friends. And then they will ignore the actual harm that has been done. But then want to be the victim at the same time when women talking about the amount of essay that men does. Because it's over 95% of essays, it's from men. Like literally, men does it. Whether it's against men or women. The primary perpetrators are men. So we have to talk about the primary perpetrators. But what guys like him want to come up and talk about is the minority. Ignore the people who doing the most harm. Don't talk about them. And that's why these conversations are so boring to me at this point, because it's just the same surface level intellect over and over and over and over. It's boring now.
Yeah, so yeah, because the whole idea like, oh, men only do that when you provoke them. That's not the truth. Like, there's a lot of people on here who feel like that women should not be. If you single, keep that shit to yourself. Ain't nobody business. Like, you ain't gotta say it. And if you ain't got a man, and you less than, because like men feel like women should be dependent on their validation. That's why they do it. Like, oh, you ain't in no relationship. You ain't, don't nobody want you. As if my value is tied to what another person thinks is fucking crazy.
Literally is. Like,
You
what the
oh
fuck are we talking about? Like, I don't know where people get this mindset, like your value is like based on yourself. Like you can value yourself however you want, but society determines your value. That's what we're
See, that
talking
that
about.
makes sense
okay,
coming
I'm
from
back.
you. That tells me that you care
No one
about.
cares if you think you're
No, no,
you're
no,
a
no, no. That's
princess.
not.
No
That's
one
not
cares if
true
you think you're
though.
special. No, like that's reality. Like no one cares how
No,
special you think
no.
you are.
You should
Like no
care.
one will treat you.
That's the problem. You should care. Swivel, your background loud as hell. You should care. That's the thing. Like,
Why?
because here's the thing. It's hard for people who can't validate themselves, who don't feel secure in themselves, to understand or wrap their mind around the fact that it's not about what other people think. It's not about what other people think. Once your uh way you look at yourself is tied into what another person thinks, you're falling behind. Cause like any people can change their mind whenever. Society can shift whatever they want to focus on whenever. Like you're still gonna be a person independent from that. But the problem is too many people feel like, oh, what the way I think about myself is based on what the society thinks. What the fuck? That's crazy. As a black person, I would never want that to be the case. As a woman, I would never want to be the case. Who the fuck is the fuck with society say? I define who I am in a way I want to see myself, not needing validation from another person.
But when we're talking about this, when he's saying society, it's men. Men created standards. It's not society. Women in society that because it's men and women, you know what I mean? Men create the standards. Women live in it and have to deal with it. You understand? And this is the thing. This is why I say this is because he doesn't understand cause and effect. He doesn't understand how systems work, like in how indoctrination work, like how messaging work. You know what I mean? Like all these things. That's how that works. Women have never built systems to keep men around, or built systems or standards that force men to do things. Men do that.
Cap. That's cap as fuck. And you
Okay,
literally
so
just
name some.
the whole patriarchy is literally ran and uplifted by women. Fuck are we talking about? Like all of this shit you just said is not
How
based in
is
reality.
patriarchy ran and upholded by women?
That's easy. Women want providers and protectors. Women want men to pay for dates. They want men to spend money. They want men to go out of pocket for them. Like, what are we talking about?
Wait, Flashy. Where did these standards? Where did that come from? What did men do to? What did men have to do for that standard to become normal? What did men do?
They didn't have to do nothing.
What do you mean they didn't have to do nothing? They didn't create laws to keep women from actually having jobs, earning their own, owning property, and stuff like that to take care of themselves. What did they do for men to be providers?
What did men do, or what did a collective of men do?
Right. We're talking about men. That's what men is. Men is not singular.
Majority of men didn't apply. Okay, I'm gonna answer the question direct, right?
Right,
What
please.
did men do? They didn't. White men didn't give women the ability to work, but there was always that's just what it was, right? That's
Racism started in the 1400s. Patriarchy is literally thousands of years.
patriarchy is not real. Let's just throw that in there. That's just,
Patriarchy is not real?
the name of it is real, but it's not real because the concept. Because you guys have this mindset of because what you call patriarchy is literally is like human or animal, basically nature.
No,
The strong,
Not her.
the strong
not true at all.
oppressing the weak. That's how it's always been.
No.
You guys just put
No,
a
it
name on it
hasn't.
to try to
No, it
make
hasn't.
sense of it.
No. Listen, have you
That was
ever
never
heard
a
of
thing.
wait,
Never a
wait.
thing. Never was a
Hold
thing.
on.
It
Do
was
you,
never
hold on. Are
successful.
you?
You guys are always gonna talk about these
Oh,
small ass
Flashy, are you
tribes.
religious?
Not really.
Hold on. Do you? How long do you think humans been on this planet?
It don't.
It
I
doesn't
don't know.
matter.
Thousands of years.
Like how much? Like just a ballpark. Like how many thousands? Like 5,000, 10,000, what?
White people or black people?
Black people were here first.
Whiteness as a concept was only created in the 14th century.
Well, don't get caught up on when I say black people. You know what I'm referring to.
Okay.
Like
No, I'm
Because
asking you,
again,
how long do you think
Homo
humans?
sapiens. Homo sapiens.
Right, how long do you think Homo sapiens been on this planet?
I could look that up, or you want me to use off the top of my
I want
head?
I want to know right now, as you
right
talk,
now,
how long do you think we've been on this planet?
I would assume at least a couple thousands of years.
A
10,
couple?
10, 30, maybe 50.
Yeah.
and
Matriarch,
right
hold on.
there is the
Matriarchy
issue.
is not. That's it. That doesn't
Right,
exist.
wait. Flashy. Right, that answer there, that concept that you have in your head, right there, that's the issue.
Yeah.
That
Because
didn't really
no,
answer
that is
anything.
the issue. Because the reason why I asked if you was religious, because a lot of religions make it seem like we started with like the creation of a man, the holy man or whatever, right? And a lot of people, the reason why they get stuck in that type of mindset, because they don't realize how long we've been here.
Wait, you believe women were the first people?
Yeah, women were the first people.
Who you think was the first people, Flashy? Wait.
Hold up, Flashy. Hold up. What is the gender? Hold up. When do okay? When a woman is pregnant, at what age do gestational age can we tell if the baby's male or female?
She said we give birth, sir. What the fuck does that mean? You give birth? Like without a sperm,
I
you
asked you
don't
a
fucking give
question.
birth.
I
Y'all
asked you
people in
a
the comments say the
question.
dumbest shit. What the
No, it
fuck?
does
We
matter.
give birth.
Lord.
Okay.
Trying to deflect. Come on, Flex.
This
No,
is
my
that
bad. That
deflection. This
comment
is
just
that
threw me
They
off.
don't
deflection.
want to
My
Go
answer
back
the
bad.
on the
My
question.
bad.
topic. You
Hold
know
up,
damn well
y'all.
that's not what we're talking
Hold up,
about.
hold
Nobody.
up.
The
I asked the
comments threw me
Barty.
off.
Hold
Relax.
up,
Relax. Go
hold
back to
up,
the. Go
hold
back to
up.
the asking the question.
I'm gonna mute you for a second. I asked a very specific question. At what gestational age are we able to tell if a baby is male or female? That's the question. Do you know?
No, I don't know.
About 20 weeks. Do you know what happens before? You know what the what?
You talking about when it's a female, then it transform into a man, like the woman's thingy clit, I guess, turns into a petey whacker. You talking
The
about
thing
that?
is, the reason why we see around 20 weeks some are male is because there's a mutation. Men are a mutation of women.
Okay, so I wouldn't. I'm not necessarily disagreeing with that. So where did women come from?
So you're
What one? What was the thing that created them? Because if they were the
Lord.
first
So if you
ones,
know
right?
about Homo sapiens, you wouldn't know before that. You don't know anything about parthenogenesis?
You no educate me. Because I love to hear this because I want to understand if women were the only ones here, were the first ones here.
Do
Because
you know there are certain species that are asexual and can reproduce on
is,
their own?
is that what women are?
No. I'm talking about. So we're not talking about now. We're talking about before, right?
So that was the thing back then.
It's still a thing now.
We're talking about with humans. We're not talking about other little creatures. We're talking about humans.
Okay, if all animals are connected, there are some animals.
We're not talking about
Like
animals.
plants
I'm
and
talking about
animals.
humans.
Hold on. Listen, first of all, if you don't know anything about the how we evolved to be Homo sapiens, that's a whole another lesson you got to look
How
on
we
your own.
evolved? What you think we was? You think we was chimpanzees or some shit? You believe in that theory?
So what happened then? Tell me what
Wait,
happened.
You believe we
No.
were
Tell me what
monkeys?
happened. Tell me what
Wait,
happened.
wait. You believe we were monkeys first, and then we became civilized?
Monkeys? No, not monkeys.
He's
What?
doing the
So
deflection.
what's the flex? I'm asking questions. These are clarifying questions. Who's the
That's
flex?
not
This
a
is the same
clarifying
conversation.
question. You can ask what is parthenogenesis. She didn't say
No. I
anything
don't need to
about
ask that because
evolution, man.
I got to ask the question to her whole conversation because
Okay, so what
what?
do you
So,
think happened fresh?
no.
Yeah, we,
I
we
don't
just
care what
went
I
through a
think.
whole bunch
No.
of
Hold on.
stuff, right?
I
What do
don't
you
wait.
think?
Pause. I'm talking to her real quick. I don't care what I think because I'm asking questions based on her logic and her storytelling. Because she said when were the first ones? I said okay, cool, right? Let's entertain that conversation. So how did they what were they before? She keeps talking about other animals. No, we're talking about specifically humans.
Okay.
Because
So here's why I'm asking you this question, because it doesn't make sense talking to someone who doesn't
that's
understand.
irrelevant.
Let me just finish. Let me just
What's
finish.
the point of asking
Let
questions?
me just finish.
If
Let me
I'm
just finish.
no, hold on. You didn't let
Let
me
me
finish.
finish. You
You
just
didn't let
finished.
me
Let me
finish.
just wait.
You didn't let
I
me
did.
finish.
I literally
I
did, and you
asked her a
stopped.
question. I'm waiting
Yeah,
for her to respond. Like you.
I'm saying something while she's thinking of
Okay,
answering.
go ahead. Go ahead.
So the reason why I am asking my question is because sometimes it doesn't make sense wasting time on someone who has no clue about the subject.
Okay, so let me talk to you then, Dex, because apparently
Okay.
you're super educated, right? So I'm assuming you're agreeing with her logic that women were the first ones here, right? Silence. No response.
It's not a logic. It's just
Okay,
not a logic.
so you're saying it's fact. Okay, great. It's facts, right? Let's go down that road. It's facts. So how? So they were asexual. Women were asexual. Human beings, not chimpanzees, not lizards, not all these other. We talking about human beings.
Are you gonna answer the question?
What question did you ask me? I
What do you know about the
I
subject?
already
What do
said
you
I don't
think
know.
it
This
is?
is why I'm asking questions.
No, because
So,
it's not really questions you're asking.
but I'm
Because
asking questions
you
because
already made a statement. You already made a statement that it's not true. So that's why now I'm asking you
so
what is your stance on it. That
you can't
means
answer the
no,
questions.
no, no, I can't. Listen, wait. What I'm
Then
saying
answer
is
the questions. What
no,
is
no,
the
no,
point of you doing what you're doing?
No, wait. Because I need in these type of conversations, I need to at least know that I'm talking to someone who at least understand what we're talking about. I'm not gonna waste my time and labor on somebody who has no clue what they're talking about, but already had a stance that this is not true.
this is your chance to prove your stance.
No, I
Because
want to
I'm
know.
not making
I want to know
statements.
your level of
You realize
intellectual
I'm not making
conversation.
statements no more. I'm asking questions
Right. So that's why I'm
because you guys
confused of
said
what. Wait. I want to know your level so then we could continue. I'm not scared of having the conversation. I just don't want to waste my time with it.
this is your chance, buddy.
If you are confident in what it is you're saying, it's easy for you to explain yourself.
I'm not here to explain nothing. I'm here to learn at this point because I'm
No,
asking
no,
questions.
because you made very clear statements.
What
Are
was my
you saying
statement?
that you retracting all your statements
What was
now?
my statement? Go ahead.
No, wait. Because you said that it's not true.
What was my statement?
You said it was not true.
What did I say was not true?
Everything that she
No.
said.
Be specific. Be specific.
You don't want me to be. You don't want to be specific, but you want me to be specific.
Wait, hold on. So you know what's funny when I realized all I've been doing is asking questions
No, that is not.
because all I'm
Listen,
doing
this
is
is what it
questioning
lies
your
like.
logic.
No.
I'm questioning your
That is not
talking
all
points.
that you did here. That is not all that you
Can
did.
I ask? Can I ask a question real quick?
What is the point of more questions? We're always asking questions at this point.
It's a question about parthenogenesis because I was like a big reader growing up. I love reading about animals and stuff, and I came across like one or two animal species that when the male dies, the biggest, strongest female will like become a male to continue breeding and to be able to like maintain safe territory for the other females and stuff like that. Like, is that parthenogenesis? Because I'm not like sure I understand what that is. So I'm asking, what is parthenogenesis, and if like that factors in or something.
Go ahead, Dad. Because I want to hear this. Dex, she asked you a question.
She asked a general question. She didn't ask anyone. She just asked a general
He
question.
asked you because me and you are the only ones talking, and you're the one that know all about this. So
Me, you, Tara, were talking, and her. So I don't know what.
okay, you or Tara can answer this. Go ahead, either one of y'all. I would love to hear this.
You were acting like you know, so you don't know. You don't know how evolution works.
Evolution.
Yeah, you don't know how evolution works.
Well, you guys educated me and said women were the first ones, right? So you guys gave me new information.
Listen, it does have what she's describing. It does have species that does that. They have a lot of amphibious species.
We're talking about human beings. I'm not.
No.
I already said I'm not talking about lizards. I'm not talking about monkeys.
Flashy. We are also animals. You don't think we are animals?
We are. We're mammals.
Right. So it happens.
Where's this at though? Like, so women were the first ones. Where did the sperm come from? Or where? So that wasn't a thing before, right? So sperm is a new thing.
That is part of evolution. That's what I'm saying. Because listen, it has species literally like what she described. It still happens today, right? When it doesn't have any males whatsoever, or it may not have females, and it will have a certain amount that will switch their gender and then procreate.
So that's what
So their bodies literally will change and adapt because you have both in you.
So that's what happened with women. They would by themselves. They're like, damn, I need to make a man.
Because literally that's what animals did to reproduce.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm curious. At this point, what book did you read this from? Because now I'm curious to have to read this.
Wait. You think it still doesn't happen? You think this doesn't happen in the animal kingdom at all?
We're talking about, bro. Let's clarify
We
something.
are also animals.
You saying that doesn't mean anything because you keep trying to make it seem like human beings are like lizards. Like, I get it, right? We're animals to a degree, right? Because we're mammals and blah blah blah.
Wait, to a degree?
Yeah, because we're mammals, right? Because we
So mammals and is animals to a degree. Mammals.
You understand what I said, right? Or do I got to clarify?
No. You said be specific. Are you saying that all mammals are animals to a degree?
Technically, everybody is an animal, right? Even human beings, like a dog would look at us as another creature.
because we are another
We are.
animal.
I agree. I'm not disagreeing with that, right? I'm not even going to
Yes,
push
you
back
are,
from that.
because you're saying to a degree. When you're saying that, you're making it seem that
Okay,
we
okay.
actually
I'll
really not.
retract. I will retract that to the degree, right? Because when I said to a degree, it's because we would like another species would look at us as another species. That's what I'm saying to a degree. Like, but when we look at as human beings, we look at ourselves as top of the food chain or top of the hierarchy, right? So that's kind of why I'm saying to a degree, because we think we're superior because we believe we are sentient beings that have all that good shit. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm separating us from them, because
All that good shit. They literally communicate just like we communicate
I
in our
agree.
language.
That's why I said to a
Right.
degree. Because
But
if
not
you
to
ask,
a degree. Listen, that's just what I'm saying.
if
It's
you're getting
not to
caught up
a
on, so
degree.
you're gonna get caught up on that one. Okay, if you're gonna get caught up on
Yes,
it, I'm gonna
because
subtract it. I'll subtract it.
wait,
I'll
flash it.
subtract it. I'll subtract it.
Right,
I'll
please.
subtract
Because
it.
in these conversations, those things matter.
Okay, I'll subtract that to the degree, even though I explained what I meant by that, but that doesn't matter. I'll just subtract it to the degree. So we're mammals, right? We're animals, cool, but we're still not animals, or at least I haven't seen. Or if you could show me to the research where women were creating men and creating life without men. That's because we know religion says man was created first and blah 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 and all that good stuff. That's religion. So I want the science.
What do you believe? What do you think happened?
Me
Flash.
personally,
Yeah, what do you think happened?
I'm not gonna say I'm religious, but I really do think the only thing that would make sense to me is something higher. You could call it God, you could call it higher power, you could call it
Right, so it was just so a higher power just put two humans on the planet. Boom.
honestly
That's what you think.
a higher power, yeah, which means it could be anything. It could be spiritual, it could be whatever. The term doesn't really matter. It's something higher because everything was made too perfect.
That created two beings, a male and a female, and then they procreate. That's what you think.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. I love you laughing, right? I'm not even. I'm cool with you
How long
laughing.
you think that happened? Like how long ago you think that happened?
I'm not too sure on that, right? Because that's religious.
Just a ballpark. Just give you a ballpark, and it doesn't have to be specific. Just a ballpark. How much you think? How long you think it happened before?
That's the same question you asked me the first time about how long do I think humans were here? Like that's the same question.
About 10,000 years.
That part's irrelevant. It could be 5,000. It could be that the time frame isn't the point I really matter, because
it does matter when it comes to this conversation. It matters.
Dex, we know the part what I said was spiritual, right, or religious, right? That would be the religious reason. You're talking about the scientific reason. That's what I want to know, right? Because religion is based on faith in what you believe in. Science is something that can be proven. Right. I don't care to talk about the religious reasoning, right? Or the beliefs. I want to hear your scientific reason, because that one thing I love about science, it can be proven. So that's why I want to hear what you're talking about. When did women, human being women specifically, started making life without no male sperm or anything? That's what I want to learn. When you keep bringing up other reptiles and all these other little creatures and shit, that doesn't really prove a point. That's the point of science, right? It proves things to be true or not true. And that's what I'm looking for you to do. You haven't done that yet. All you did was ask me questions and make statements, but didn't actually.
The reason why listen, you answered your question and you didn't even realize you answered the question.
You're still saying more words without saying nothing. That's crazy.
Let me show you how, right? Because we are animals, right?
Saying that doesn't
wait. Let me just answer, just so you can, because
all animals don't do the same things.
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. We are all animals here, and we have seen numerous animals, even up to the day, that do this. Some evolve out of it because they didn't have to do it anymore. It have some that didn't do it, and then when the need of it, they will literally switch, right? It have animals that prove that. We are one that didn't have to do it anymore because we evolved so far back, because we are that old, right? We have evolved through it. It didn't start, none of this didn't start by this supreme being just put two full-grown people here.
Okay, that's great. So what was the animal?
We've literally had different species on this planet.
What was the animal? What was the animal?
What I'm saying. And these things, when you're talking about evolution, and that's why the time frame, let me just finish it. That's why the time frame, knowing the time frame or average of the time frame is important, right? Because we're talking about 300,000-400,000 years ago, right? Which is a long time, and it could be longer because this planet is millions of years old. You understand what I'm saying? So that's how evolution works. They literally could see the time frame of how things happen and how other animals evolve. It had plenty of animals who was literally just in water and now they end up on land because it took time to do that. But if you don't understand that,
Wait, this is the issue I have with that logic you're saying, right? Because we know Homo sapiens, Neanderthals, and all them other variations of human beings. Because we all know, well, at least I would assume we all know that we are not all the same, right? We weren't the same species. Because there's logic of because if your whole point is because I don't know if I'm reading the comments, but this whole we came from apes and we evolved to the humans. I don't know about Caucasians. That might be their thing because they do share a lot of similarities in DNA with chimpanzees and shit. But melanated people specifically, that's not our reality. And then we all know melanated people were the first people on this planet, first humans on this planet to be specific. So I'm trying to figure out from your logic or your knowledge, where did melanated people come from before? Because you keep saying we're animals doesn't really say anything because yes, we're all animals, cool, too, whatever. What animal did we come from before we were human beings?
Flashy, this is why
You're not saying.
this is why. Listen, this is why I set my boundaries from the beginning.
Yeah, you
To
can't
know
answer
where
the
you are.
question.
Wait. To know where you are.
Aliens.
You don't understand. You don't understand this. You still talking.
You're not saying nothing, Dex. You're saying words to
I
sound
know.
smart, but
Listen.
you're
I
literally
know
not
because
saying
I'm
nothing.
not going to spend time wasting time on someone this illiterate and this.
You're not. Insult is not
You
actually. You know
literally
what's
didn't
funny?
understand. Wait. You didn't understand that we were animals. You still have the
What? Okay.
concept
What's
that
the
we
animal
weren't.
that we were?
Wait. Listen to me.
What's the animal?
Our species were literally Homo sapiens. That's the animal that we were. That we
Homo
are. That we are.
sapiens.
Homo
Homo
sapiens is a
sapiens are what?
species of mammal. We are mammals.
You're saying the same thing. You're not. Wait, gang. I know you, bro. This might work on anybody else. You're saying Homo sapiens are animals, and we evolved from animals. What type of animal was Homo sapiens?
Mammals. We
Mammals.
are.
That's this nigga having a circular argument
So
with the same
we're not
words.
mammals. So wait. We're not mammals.
No, I'm not. Oh no, we are mammals because mammals are basically people that make babies without the eggs. That's what a mammal is. That's not saying nothing. That's not really doing that. That's not really separating. Besides, we make kids without a shell. Fuck are we talking about? Like that's really what
A
mammals are.
platypus is a mammal and they lay eggs.
Who?
A platypus is a mammal
A
and they lay eggs.
platypus is a
But you
mammal.
have really derailed us from the conversation because the
This nigga
question that
Dex,
led
he
to
trying to
this whole
sound smart,
thing
but said the
is
dumbest
how.
shit.
Yeah, don't worry about it. You can look it up. You can look up parthenogenesis on your free time. I think someone put the definition in the chat if you want to look back on
Apes.
it. But
You
the
said
question
apes.
that you asked,
Do you think black
the
people came
question,
from
yes,
apes? You guys think black people came from apes?
yes,
Y'all the smart ones? That's the
a
dumbest shit I've
species
ever
of
heard.
ape.
Genetically, we don't even, our DNAs don't even match up
We
to them.
look exactly like them. We look like all of them, even the ones that have
The
tails.
fuck are you talking about?
All
Yes, we
humans,
do.
they
Humans
move
share
like us.
99.
They move like
Yes, we
us.
do.
They
Black people
have
literally don't
hands.
share
They
no
have
DNAs
opposable
of
thumbs.
monkeys.
Yes,
Hold
we
on,
do.
y'all.
What are
Hold on,
you
Yeah.
y'all.
talking about?
Hold up, y'all.
I'm
Oh
Listen,
sure
my god.
hippos
hold
and
up.
whales
Hold
don't
up.
have the
Hold
same
Oh my
DNA,
god,
up,
but you know
y'all.
they have a common ancestor.
Y'all,
You
can
think
y'all hear
we're
me?
monkeys?
Hold up.
Oh,
Hold up.
oh,
What is your point?
Ew, I had to find the mute button real quick.
That's
But
crazy. She
to
believed we
can
were
you shut the
monkeys.
fuck up?
You believe we were
Damn.
monkeys?
Shut up.
What is your point?
You've been okay.
The white people told
So
you
the
we were
kind
monkeys. You
yo,
believe that?
shut up.
You believe we were monkeys. That's really your
Yo,
logic.
5-year-olds don't give me
Really
this much
believe
trouble than a
black people
grown
are
ass
monkeys.
man.
Hold up,
Anyway,
Flashy. Hold up.
so human beings, modern humans did evolve from primates. We share 99.9% DNA with chimpanzees specifically. and about
No, we
yeah,
don't.
we do share.
Let her
But
finish,
anyway,
Flash.
so on the
No, we
so on the
don't.
conversation
Flash,
of
let her finish.
parthenogenesis, women, the human female, early human females did procreate asexually, and the reason why we know this is because in females, as a human species, in our bones, we have the same genetic material that is found in male sperm. So it's not far-fetched to deduce that early females were able to reproduce asexually. And the research in this, you can look at it on Britannica, or you can go to your local library and look at sociology texts. To answer, and yeah, I don't know why people care if I'm old, fat, and bitter. So what if I'm single? It's not your problem. It has nothing to do with your life, and your life has nothing to do with mine. But if you don't know, just say you don't know about things that are outside of your pay grade. Because when we get into conversations about parthenogenesis and evolution, it starts to take on a white supremacist mindset. Because for the first
we're monkeys.
for the first 300 years that men
The white
for
man
the first
told you we were
300
monkeys.
for
you
the
believe that dumb
first
shit?
300 years that people started studying nature and the sciences, the field was dominated by white men, specifically the Dutch and the English.
And they said we were
so
monkeys.
it doesn't surprise me
And you
that we
believe we're
have this
monkeys.
conversation right now where Flashy is being rude as fuck and not letting me finish my
He said
thought
we were
because
monkeys and aliens.
he's having a cognitive distortion or cognitive dissonance where he cannot receive new information, and it's kind of sad.
She said black
Because
people are
you tout
monkeys.
yourself as a logical man, but if you were really logical, you wouldn't be
Monkeys.
interrupting me right now.
She said we're monkeys.
So
And you
that
guys
tells
are
me
agreeing
you're
with this dumb
immature
shit?
and you're not confident in your thought process, or you're not confident in the fact that
So you were a
do not have a
monkey?
leg to stand on this conversation.
So you were a descendant of a monkey?
This conversation is above your pay grade.
Like, were
sir.
you like a chimpanzee or baboon? Which one?
This conversation
Or were you
is
like
above
a
your pay
orangutan?
grade. The conversation is above
Or
your
was
pay
like your
grade.
great grandfather like a
The
orangutan?
conversation is above your pay grade.
Or like a silverback? Which one?
This
Like, what type
conversation
of
is
monkey?
above your pay grade.
'Cause what type of
The
monkey were you?
conversation is above your pay grade. The
Like,
conversation is above you, sir.
like ooh ooh ah ah.
The conversation is
We were
above you,
monkeys.
sir.
I'm still stuck on that.
The conversation
Someone
is above
answered
you,
your
sir. I can't help
question.
you with
All
that.
those words to say that we were monkeys.
The
Bro,
conversation
someone
is
answered
above
your
you,
question
and I
and
can't
you're
help you with
frying.
that.
Because I thought you
fritzing
would
right
say
now.
something
Ugh.
The
educated.
conversation is above you,
Because
and
You
I
did say
can't
something
help you with
educated
that.
and you're refusing to receive it.
It's not
And
my
you're gonna
fault
go
you're
on your little
dumb.
incel forum
Neanderthals,
and
yes.
make
It's
it
not
seem
my
like,
fault
oh,
you're
these people don't know
dumb.
anything.
No,
It's not my
like,
fault you're dumb,
I thought you
Flashy.
guys were smart, but like
It's
the fact
not
that she
my
said we
fault
were
that you're
monkeys.
dumb, Flashy. It's not my fault that you're dumb.
You said we were monkeys.
It's not my fault that you cannot receive new information.
This is
I'm
not. Wait,
sorry.
I already. Wait. Pause.
I
Pause.
can't help you, my
I
guy.
thought you was gonna give me good
I
information.
can't help
like,
you. I did give you good
You
information. It's
said
not
we
my
were
fault. You're not
monkeys.
dumb. You are too dumb to take the new information.
You
I'm
said
sorry.
we were monkeys. Not only you
Hold
said
up,
we were
hold up, hold
monkeys.
up, hold up,
Apparently
hold
we
up,
were
hold up.
monkeys
can't
that was
take
No, hold up,
asexual.
y'all. Hold up, y'all. So Flashy, you don't believe in evolution. We got
No. I do believe in evolution.
Hold up,
Probably
hold up.
doesn't.
Nobody, hold up, pause. Nobody said from monkeys. It's that we have a common ancestor. That's how that works.
No.
No.
She specifically
So,
said
so
monkeys. Don't
hold up,
change
hold
her
up.
words.
Flashy. You
Don't
don't have to
change her
keep saying.
words.
Hold up. That you don't have to keep saying that though. It's that is a common ancestor. Okay.
No, it's
Like
not.
this is what. Hold up. This conversation is going nowhere, and you just yelling out. We come from monkeys over and over again. It's repetitive.
Do
It's
you
irritating my ears.
do you agree to that? Let me ask you, because you more
I
like
just
sound.
told you. Don't triangulate. I just
So
told you.
black
Someone who
people.
was
There's a
willing to
common
listen would
ancestor.
know the difference between monkeys and apes and would have picked out the part where it said a species of ape, that we came from a species of ape,
Where the
that we
fuck
are a
did you
species of
get this
primate, not
information
ape,
from?
primate.
Homo
You're only
sapiens did not
listening
come
for
from
what you can
monkeys.
react to.
I just said the Britannica Encyclopedia, and I also say you can find the same information if you go to your local library and you look up
Homo
sociology
sapiens didn't
texts.
come from apes or
Did I
monkeys.
say anything about did I say anything about Homo sapiens?
You realize I was talking
You
about
like
Homo.
to you
Wait,
like
hold
to
on.
listen to
No.
respond. You don't listen to understand.
No, your
That is your problem, Flash.
Y'all not
You
getting
don't
anywhere.
listen.
Please,
I don't think
Lord.
she's smart enough to
Hold
understand what I
on.
just
No,
said.
hold on. Hold up. It works that we have a common ancestor. Again, we so stuck on an example, we forgot the fucking plot. The reason why I asked you if you was religious, because even in religion, right? Parthenogenesis, if you look up the Greek meaning, is virgin creation. Like even the birth of Jesus would be parthenogenesis if you really look at it. The idea doesn't matter, but the whole point of the example was to point out that Homo sapiens have been around a lot longer than with texts like the Bible say, and that it normalizes that it's always been a patriarchy, and that's not the truth. That was the whole point of that. So we lost the fucking plot.
So when was this logic? When was this matriarchy? Because this egalitarianism thing you guys be talking about, like when was that the norm? Like where this was like the common known thing. Like you guys always talk about this. Like
that was the norm up until the 13th century.
okay, so what was a matriarchy? What do you classify as a matriarchy? Because at no point was women.
Matrilineal societies would be what we often are referring to.
Say that one more time. I hear you. My bad. Say that one more time.
You know what matrilineal
What is
society?
that? I've never heard that. What does that mean?
Oh, like in our society, which is a patriarchy, you get your name and things passed down through the father. Initially, was passed down through the mother.
Is that it? Is that it? Is that it? Is that
No, it's not that. That's not it. That's
That's
part.
not it. You asked me what the word meant.
no, not the word. I'm just saying like
Oh, no, hold up. You can't ask me what something mean when I give clarifications
no,
to
like
what
I
it
thought.
is.
Think about okay, listen, because when you say patriarchy, right? There's a whole system behind it where it's like where men having all the powers and blah 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 blah. So when you said what you said, I thought it was gonna be like a power structure. All you really said was like the names went through the mother.
No,
I thought it was gonna be
no.
more.
You asked a specific question. What's that? So I explained what that was.
Okay, that's what I'm asking. Was that it? Like, is that all that
No, that's not
word
all
means?
to it. My response was a response to your specific question.
Okay, so what's the power structure of that word?
That's the thing. Egalitarian societies there wouldn't be a hierarchy. That's the difference. Patriarchal societies are hierarchical, where more people, based on where you are in the hierarchy, depends on how much power or privilege you have in society. Egalitarianism is when you have a collective collaboration between people. There's not necessarily a hierarchy in place.
And
Y'all have to remember, it was a time when human beings did not know how babies were made. They just didn't know. That came from a long time ago. If you look at the history of like the gods that have been worshipped, in present time you see a bunch of male gods. Before that, there were male and female gods, and before that, it was female goddesses. Because when we think about the creation, it was because women were having children, females were having children, and it's like people didn't understand how that worked. In a patriarchal society, if you learn anything about Akhenaten and ancient Kemet and how that worked, you will understand why we have a male god in the present time and how that represents a patriarchal society. But that's not how it always was.
so, what was the time frame where women were the ones of power?
Again, it's your perception. Your perception of power is hierarchical. I'm talking about a time when it was not hierarchical, when
When
human
was that?
beings hold up, when human beings were nomadic before the agricultural revolution.
So that's the frustrating part of listening to this. Because again, back in those times, it didn't. Back in those times, people work as community, right? It didn't have a power. So him asking over and over again, when did women had power? Egalitarian societies, it didn't had power. People work together and literally build things together.
And how long did that last?
That was literally that went on for probably at least
I think
I
you can
would say
say, you can say until we started seeing big empires start
right.
until
But
the
the
age of
reality is,
empires.
This
matriarchal
was like about
societies
3,500.
existed longer than we have lived in a patriarchy.
Patriarchy, way longer, way longer.
And
Patriarchy started like around 3,500
and we
BC.
know this because of what? What is the
Because we
There's
have
information
records.
on it.
we have records of these things?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yes.
these
You
fucking
need to look up anthropologists and things they found. Yes, we have records.
Jesus Christ.
We have records from cave pictures to manuscripts to diaries left by Roman and Greek governors who went over to colonize lands and during these Asian empires. So we have extensive records of this.
So these were small little areas. These wasn't. This wasn't
No,
the.
these were not small areas.
So what continent was these things parts like where it was like
What's
that?
the point of your questions?
Because
What
the
is the
thought
point?
process of it's like I feel like when you guys say it, I believe you guys are talking about
Because
small places.
you don't like us.
I don't
That's
know
the
you
reason
guys.
why you
I don't
think
know
we
you
like
guys.
us.
Nitpicking
You don't
and
like
I
us.
devaluing
don't know you
Okay,
and
guys.
let's be real about this.
dismissing. Like,
The
he's
reason
not here
why
to
he
listen.
doesn't understand, the
You
reason
guys
why
are
he
saying
doesn't
a lot of
He
understand,
things
does
that are so
this.
interesting.
the
You don't
reason
know.
why he doesn't understand is because he's fucking stupid. You understand? He cannot grasp the concept of how things happen. We had a smaller population worldwide back then to begin with, first and
There
foremost.
you go.
Wait, no, but that doesn't say that all over the world in everywhere else, this happened on a worldwide scale. It's patriarchy was created around 3500 BC. That is what
Created.
happened, right? Yes, because men created the system.
So
Men, listen, literally,
why were they
hold
able
up,
to create the system?
wait. Men created the system to take resources because the resource back then was food, and men wanted to hoard the food so then they could have power. So a little bit of insecure men like you who are stupid, you understand, and just view it through power, and view things through power because either you didn't get something that you liked or you wanted, and you were mad, and then you went and talked to some other guys who felt insecure, and then you guys came up together and then used violence, right? And then took things. That is how it happened. Yes, it was all because that's all you see things through. It's
Power.
through the lens of power.
Yeah.
You can't think about anything else outside of power.
Yes,
Insecure
because
men.
that's all it's all about.
Right, because insecure men feel that way. It's all about power. It's
I
all about
guess.
forcing people to do things. That's because you're not smart enough or articulate enough to even have a
None of
good
that
idea.
matters.
Wait. Yes, I know none of that matters. We've seen it
Power
happen
is
right
power.
now. Right, I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm agreeing with you. But it stems from stupidity. It stems from insecurity. That's what you're saying. That's
The
where it
reason
stems
behind
from.
it doesn't matter. It still is power.
It does matter.
You're
It does matter.
either powerless or powerful.
Right, and that's
But-
why it's insecure men that have to be that way. You have to rely on that to force people to get what you want.
Well-
because outside of that, you ain't shit.
Blame nature.
No, that's you.
Not
That's
nature. It's not nature. If that
It's
was
nature.
the case, so hold up. Because even like I said, the religion is a great place to go to see that. In religion, we see the almighty power, right, as creating life to the point where you have men today think that they are the ones who create life. Men do not create life.
I'm assuming you're just gonna say women create life
Women do create life.
by themselves.
All right, so you just want to ask a bunch of questions to lead the conversation somewhere.
No, because
Because it's giving you trolling at this point.
who's trolling? Because you say
trolling.
women create life as if like they don't need something to start. Like they just out here walking around making babies when they feel like it.
We don't.
What the? So you can make you can make a baby without a man?
I can.
Without sperm donor.
Yup. I can.
Hey, that's a nice trick.
Because Flashy, I just explained to you.
That's a nice trick.
Women have the same genetic material that you find in sperm in the bone marrow, dum-dum.
So you guys can start making your own babies. Y'all don't even need a man.
Yes.
Hey, I like it. I'm in support of this.
Hold up. There are also cases, because it's not something we check with everybody, but there are cases where parthenogenesis has happened. Like that has been a thing. In a world where women are forced to live with men, yeah, it's gonna look like that. There's a reason why when women live amongst each other, our bodies link up, our menstrual cycles link up for a fucking reason. Humans are the only mammal that don't have a mating season because of this. But whatever, that's not the topic.
I mean, it's times like this I'm glad I'm old, fat, and bitter. Makes it easier to be single.
I mean, we've been at the mercy of mediocre,
Oh my God,
illiterate
she's baby
men
girl
for
say she can make a baby
centuries.
without a man. I can't wait to see that. I ain't gonna
Hey
lie, that
yo,
was lit.
You
so
look it up.
hey
You can look it
yo.
up.
That's lit.
Okay, so I just looked it up for you. Okay, I really didn't have to look it up, but I can give you the proof right now, which I shouldn't have, because it's sad that you don't know this. There are fertility treatments that you can't have children without men. So why are we doing this? You act like we don't know. Y'all always want to use medical science, right? To try to put biology and everything else into your male stupidity. But now when they are literally medical treatments that women can use to conceive without you, you don't want to take
Oh
that
no, I
time
like that.
to
Is
to
that
read up
natural?
on that though.
Is that natural?
Again,
What are you
that's
talking
still
about?
it is
Ew.
still
Okay.
actually it is still natural though. It is. It actually is because she is still naturally giving birth without the sex without putting any sexual contact with you. So she technically still is. As she technically still is. So what you saying? I'll wait.
Where's Scribble?
Yeah, I thought so.
Oh no, my
Hold on,
bad.
hold on,
Somebody had
no,
muted
no,
my
no,
mic.
no, no,
Somebody
no,
muted my
hold
mic.
up.
That's all that
No,
was.
no, no. Go ahead, Scribble.
So I found it interesting how like male insecurity manifests itself. Like they always either dismiss it or make it seem like it's going to be bad and ugly, and if it doesn't have their validation that it's bad and wrong, it's stupid. Like if when women say we can do something without a man, like I can protect myself without a man. Oh, I'll get a dog. Yo, yeah, well, that dog's not stronger than a gun, or something like
Well, watch
I'll,
what
you
you
know, I'll,
say.
I'll learn kung fu. I'll learn to defend myself. Oh well, you're not beating any male man. It's biological, and the same thing with this. You know, like women can give birth with their bone marrow. And he's like, oh yeah, let's see how, is that natural? Let's see how that goes. And I saw when
But
it
it's
was
not.
going viral on TikTok around last year as well. Like I was seeing in every single comment section where it was mentioned in the video, I was like, oh yeah, that baby's gonna look crazy. That baby's gonna look messed up. That baby's gonna look disgusting. Like, and it's just interesting to see. I should have studied anthropology. This is fun. This is fun.
Yeah, but
Watch them
at
start
the end of the
frying
day,
again.
hold up. At the end of the day, to kind of bring it back to the topic, the fact is, like, men feel like women should need their validation. That's why they're doing it. Men feel at the
Oh,
end
oh
of the day,
yes.
your value as a person is tied to a man. So they want
It
Oh
to
is.
yeah.
overinflate
It
their
is.
importance.
It is.
Like, oh yeah, of course. Like men are, no one is more desperate for male validation than a man. No
That's
one is
false.
more desperate for male validation than a man.
Have
Tell
you
me
seen?
right now that you're not gonna screen record like a few portions of this and send it to your little male incel website and see, oh my god, look at me owning these dumb females. Like, tell me you're not, or
Well,
tell me that you don't
that's not
eat
what it
those
is.
videos up,
So what
Mr.
happens is,
Flashy.
I
so
don't.
the thing is,
I never that
when
special.
somebody hold up, when somebody is like patriarchal thinking, they believe in hierarchy. So what happens is they need. I'm a bit. I push it back. They need for us to need that validation to support the hierarchy. If women say, "Hey, I am who I am because I am, and I don't give a fuck what men think about it," men lose power in that sense. Like when women can define themselves and choose, they want to decide what the trajectory of their life goes. Like that goes against the power structure because the power structure in patriarchy says that you don't get to define who you are as a person. Men get to decide who you are, and your proximity to men is what gives you value. So women
Literally.
rejecting that, hold up, don't cut me off. Women rejecting that literally goes against the structure that patriarchy puts in place. That's why they react the way they do, whether they realize it or not.
To add to that too, it's funny to listen to because he doesn't men like this don't even realize there's other men that indoctrinate them to go out there to be their little soldiers to uphold a system that only certain men benefit from, right? And they will run around here just actually staying stupid because that's by design also. This illiteracy that we're listening to here right now, that's by design. because they need to keep that men stupid
You couldn't even
in
answer my
order for
question.
men to be used. Like literally, men have used men for centuries, and men will blindly follow. Like this, we've heard this every single day from like thousands of men across the world with the same talking point everywhere. It's like an echo, right? It never had a time in history where women were indoctrinated on a large scale to do things like this, to be this stupid, to be this harmful, to commit atrocities in order for them to feel good about themselves or put
Never had
themselves
power.
above people.
They
Men,
never had power true.
it's easy to influence men, and we are witnessing it right now.
It's easy to say that when women never had power.
You
I,
just proved my point. You literally just proved
But
my
the
point.
conditioning, the thing about that,
Easy
that,
to
that
say that when
conditioning,
women never had power. If
hold
women
up,
had
it
power, they
started,
would be
the
worse than men.
conditioning, hold up real quick. That conditioning starts in childhood. That's why it's so deeply ingrained. Like, if a person didn't think about that their whole life, because we already went through the breakdown of like how boys are emotionally delayed, the system makes sure that happens. So you
Women
have
are the
men,
system.
hold up, stop interrupting. When you tell young boys they can't have certain emotions, they can't express certain emotions, they're no longer looking to themselves and they look outward on who they are supposed to be. And that's why we have so many men who cosplay and perform and they don't know who they truly are. Hence, conformity amongst men is prevalent.
that's why it's sad that these men still do not understand. They, I keep telling y'all, the school system really failed these dudes. Cause if y'all don't know basic biology and how basic chem and biochem works, I'm sorry. Y'all need to go away with that because I get sick and tired of them really using that same line to try to uphold their egos. Oh, can women have children without men? Yes. Is it natural? Yes. Like how y'all don't know that? Y'all still think everything has to be it's like they think that everything has to be about them. Everything has to be about them. We can't have nothing for ourselves. Everything got to be about them. That's sad. That's literally sad.
Charmaine, did you want to respond to the prompt?
Yo, I was looking at the prompt earlier and I was like, yo, she don't even
That's,
look fat for real.
that's not the point. That's not the point.
I
When
know
I say
that's
all
not
that,
the point, but I'm
no, no,
just
I get what you're saying, but here's the point to that though, because I made this point a long time ago when you have sometimes you'll have men say, "Oh, you fat," and a woman will put that picture up like, "No, I'm not." Whatever. It doesn't matter. That's the point. It doesn't matter. You can look at her and say she don't look old, she don't look good, whatever. None of that matters. Because nagging, you're going to get it. Period. It's like you don't have to be anything, but if I can accuse you of something and you respond to it and you care enough to defend it, then that's the problem. It doesn't matter because like it's to you that may not be the case to another person is another case. So, like when it comes to being fat and old, that's very subjective.
you got a point. You do have a point with that. It is subjective, but I was just saying when I looked at it and I looked at the prompt, my mom was just like, "What? She's not even." You know what I'm saying? So I guess, if you talking about from the incel pro, I guess, if you talking about from the incel perspective, then yeah, everybody's old, fat, bitter, and single. If you talking about from an incel perspective. Everybody is. Every woman, every woman on this app, every woman that talks against their talking points, every woman that is a single mother, every woman that actually lives their best life without worrying about a dude under their nose, like we're all just bitter. If you really want to talk about it, then we're all just bitter, single, fat, and just upset at the world, basically.
And
If
that's the
that's what
point
you're
I'm
talking
trying to
about.
make. That's the point I'm trying to make because it's like if You don't think of yourself that way. Like, oh, I'm not fit, and somebody calls you that, and you care about male validation. That's when you'll see that woman develop an eating disorder.
No, I get what you're saying though, because if a woman, I get what you're saying. Some of us women do have, and I do agree with you with that. Some of us women do have this thing where our insecurities play a big part and a big role in how we and how we grow and develop. It do, because sometimes you get to the point where you look in the mirror, and even and at that point you start to feel like, oh well, then I must be a little bit, you know what I'm saying. And some of us who do better take care of ourselves, we do it for the benefit of us getting healthy, not because we hear other people say what we saying. So I do get what you're saying though. We do have some unpacked insecurities that we have to deal with. But
But
like
even
you
the
said,
insecurity, what the thing about where those insecurities come from? Because last I checked, Rick Ross don't get shamed the way women get shamed, right?
yeah,
A lot of big men, fat men don't, unless other men are shaming them. But when it comes into these conversations, which women do too, right? I'm not saying that they don't, but when it comes to these conversations, it just, here's another situation where it's a jab at women. If being called fat is synonymous with women, being called a single parent is synonymous with women, as it relates to a slur. Being bitter is synonymous with women when we thinking about these slurs. And although there are some important things that you would have to kind of understand as it relates to weight, like that, it can be health issues that could be associated with weight. Generally speaking, the way they're calling people fat is used as an insult, and it's not a bad word, and it needs to be reclaimed. Because to your point, Charmaine, they will throw fat at anything, like even if that woman is in shape and that's just the way her body is built, they will say that's fat. So I say reclaim it instead of denying it, because hey, either it's an exaggeration of something, or someone who is dealing with being overweight may have other things going on, and maybe that thing is a food addiction, and we should treat it like any other addiction, right? But I think it was something earlier that was said that I wish that we could hold some of these men with this mindset too. Like, every time we have this conversation, it's like the men don't never want to address like the man's role. And I'm thinking about, like, when it comes to them saying like we want this money or we want something from men, but men want something from women. Every time we have this conversation, men, it's like they leave out that men want something, and what they want is smell.
I hope her signal comes back because she got a point. They do be using us too. Actually, it's not an equivalent exchange. It's not even. It's not the same exchange because using a man for money is using a man for money is easy. It's not that serious.
My bad, but whatever. Yeah, y'all get the point. Sorry.
Yeah, but the thing is, the men don't just want smacks either. They want a lot more than smacks. It's like
Oh yeah,
there's
that's
a
what I was
missing part.
gonna say. Yeah, that was
And
the
that's why
that is.
when they talk about men not being lonely and stuff, the thing is, male friendships are different from female friendships in the sense of like there are so many rules to what they can and can't do. So like they go to women not just for smacks, but they want to be around somebody they can break the rules with. That's the part they forget to tell you. And as long as men live by that code, they're going to be dependent upon women.
Of course, I walk away. It took me forever to come back and get my phone, but yeah, no, I definitely understand that. That was the other point I was trying to make is that it's definitely they need women for all what you said. And I wouldn't have put it in that way, but I'm glad that you did because it is about them being able to break the rules. They want to be able to be vulnerable. That's why pillow talk is a thing because them motherfuckers be wanting to gossip and yap, but they can't do it with their friends because they have to have this macho persona. So, and that's just like that's like one example, but we can go through all kind of examples, right? And I think that is also a form of manipulation because I didn't think about it until just now, Tara. When you said that, and I thought about how women would be like, "Oh, my man is my best friend." That man to isolate you from your friends, and he being fucking chatty and catty, so he can isolate you, whilst he get to still go out and do what he want to do. That's a whole nother story. But yeah, it's weird. But I don't know. I think that we be so busy, and I understand why. And I also understand like the way my brain is set up and the way my emotions are set up and how I think about things and what I do. It's hard for me to walk me. It's hard for me to walk these conversations down the way that I know it needs to be walked down sometimes. But this is why I react the way that I do because I ain't about to spend a whole bunch of time going back and forth with you trying to convince you of anything because you know exactly what it is. Like these men know exactly what's going on. Like they're abusive. That's the bottom line. Collectively, they are abusive.
Well, that's why I like doing the circle jerk and just like sitting back and watching men talk because it comes out when they talk to each other. You can hear like they know. I agree with you. They definitely understand what the fuck going on.
When it was man versus bear and the women said bear, they were like, "Oh my god, why would you say that? You can't fight a bear." But when it was the bear or Diddy and their booties were on the line, they were like, "Oh, give me the bear, give me the bear, I'm running to the
Some of
bear."
them was
Like,
lying though. I just want to say that some of them was lying. They would choose Diddy. Just saying.
and he'll take them shopping, please. Sign them up, and he'll take them shopping.
Fuck the shopping. They get to be close to the men who sleep with the bad bitches. They think they supposed to sleep with. They'll sit in a room and watch it.
I'm like, oh my god, this is so fucked up. Yeah, oh, I'm so sorry, y'all. I mean, this is so crazy, but I can't stop. You know, I'm gonna look corny. I'm gonna look like a silly or whatever it is they say to devalue themselves. Like they're gonna be thinking about what other men are thinking. Like,
And that's the thing. If you can understand that everybody has fucking insecurities, right? And know that that man who's trying to humble you, he's insecure himself. And the things that he pointing out in you is the things he's insecure himself about. Like when you do that, you see them crash out in real time.
Yeah, and I think another thing that's interesting is how they reverse the shit that like men be talking about, like, oh, like like we can't show our emotions. Well, where did it start? Who told you couldn't show your emotions? Well, women and men push it, but yeah, but why do they push it?
Now these
Who's
niggas
the
be getting
lead of
like
it?
these
And they the
niggas get
get
out
and
they
here's the gag.
crying. They be crying. Like I think, listen, men full of shit. They'll come to you and tell you everything that hurt them and all that shit. Be like, we can't. No, you can't say it in front of your boys because they gonna make fun of you. And they be like, no, we be talking to our boys. No, no, the shit you go to your boys and talk about, oh, it's bullshit. Or you might be talking about how you need to get more money or some shit. Y'all motherfuckers don't open up to each other. That's why y'all feel like that. You can't say stuff because you worry about what your boys gonna say.
Even if they would be open to it, you would never know because you're worried about them.
No, they. That's the thing. Everybody in the group got the ain't same insecurity.
Yeah.
All the men in the group. That's the thing. He think it's just him, but it's all of them. But nobody brave enough to stand up and say nothing.
To even see.
That's true. Again, like I tried to tell y'all a long time ago, they don't have identities of their own. So of course they're not gonna. Of course, how dare a man with an identity of his own try to break free from the patriarchy and actually say something to tackle these dudes. Like, oh my God, the blasphemy.
I always think it's weird when men get up here because they love going at dicks. They want dicks bad. Yeah. I be like, this gotta, he gotta do a separate
Dex be
thing.
fighting them off of them. Damn, Dex.
And I be like, damn,
Hold on.
dicks.
Don't forget, Dex. Somebody offered to fly Dex out.
And
That's true.
I want to
You
be
gotta
like, hold
beat him up
on.
with a stick.
I be
Hey,
like,
yo.
dicks, throw one of them sluts at me. Let me get a piece of it.
Offer
But
to buy you a horse and everything.
yeah, he crashed out that night. That night. He
but the thing,
even he even sent his woman to keep in contact. Like
yeah, like
this
he
guy.
was serious.
If
Wait, he
Dex ever
sent a
like, hey yo,
woman.
I'm going on vacation, I'm be giving a side eye.
Wait, he sent a woman? What the?
Listen, it was crazy.
They was gonna turn
Yeah,
dicks any
man.
which way but loose. He was gonna have a time. They was gonna have a time. You was gonna have to, man. We was gonna have to go to trial for that, dude.
Yeah, that was crazy. I had to tell this man about 10 times I'm not interested.
Like they said, got serious. He was like, "Wait a minute." I said, "No." I
No
said,
means no.
"No." But to that though, this the thing, cause I hate it. I tell y'all all the time. The reason why I sexualize the men in the way I do is because that's what they be. Every chance they get, they try to sexualize the women on the panel. Even if they say we fat, bitter, single, and sad, they use smacks as a way to dominate. And I keep telling y'all, it's a byproduct of this hypermasculinity. If a man don't have resources, if he can't be dominant and powerful, because he is a business mogul, because he's a realtor mogul, because he has a lot of money, he's an athlete, or because he is a YT man, or he have access to things. Oftentimes they're going to use smacks as a way to dominate. That's why they're very promiscuous. They might have multiple children, multiple women. They might be homemongers, whatever. And on the flip side, they'll also do that sexual dominance or that intimidation through social media, whether it be them getting on this panel, sexualizing us, trying to threaten us with assault, all those things. So because I understand that, that's why I use the tech that I use. But even in those situations, I'm always like shocked when they are like they might attack Dex and be like, they're not gonna give you no coochie. This my thing. We get it. These men be pandering, and that's a fact. And we talk about it. Like, or well, pander might not be the right word, but these fake male feminists, we done talked about the call names, all that stuff. But even when you think about it, and they don't never accuse them of doing what the male feminists might be doing, which is them manipulating women to have access to a lot of money that would be funded or have access to women's money, right? Through them supporting them. They're not threatening dicks with that. They're saying dicks, they not gonna give you no coochie. And the thing that always shocks me when they say that, they don't hear themselves. If Dex is a heterosexual man and he thinks that if he says and does the right thing, he'll be able to have access to women, and does the right thing, he'll be able to have access to women, to enough women that eventually one of those women will give him access to some coochie. That would make more sense than you disrespecting the women that you say you like, all to get a virtual high five and a virtual smack on your ass right up the crack by a random man on the internet. That never made sense to me. It never will. Dex is trying to finesse us out of virtual coochie or maybe real physical coochie, but you trying to finesse this other man to give you a high five. And they don't think that's weird. I don't know.
Hey, Drika, don't forget they be trying to get money out of them niggas too. Cause if you ever notice, they give them fools more money for talking down on women than they do anything else. If you look at it, they do.
Yeah, they love the men. But they still don't really be making, they don't really be paying. I think the women who support them problematic men get more money. Honestly. Them niggas broke. But I agree with you. You right, Shemaine. I ain't saying you wrong. I just want to point out the women. I think the women be opening up their pocketbooks more. Them niggas be wanting to open up their asshole. They say, look, I can't pay you with no dollars, but I give you this little booty. That's what I think they be doing. Or they be using them strong jaws they got.
Nah, I agree with you. They probably be using their strong jaws and backs and all. But I'm just saying, don't forget, they be using their money and resources too for that. They be backbreaking for that shit too.
And look, Tara, I agree though. I ran across a video of Shannon Sharp. You ain't lying, because he was working out back in 2022, so you know he was still old. You ain't lying. When I say his legs was itty bitty, teeny weeny, I was like, damn, this lady not lying. So then I thought about it. I gotta show you the picture, but then I thought about it, Tara. The
Why would
men,
you say that?
I don't. That's what she was saying.
You're not wrong, but you ain't have to
Just
say
the
it. You look
chicken
like a
legs be
fan.
killing me. I'm
You
like,
say what?
sir, that's
No,
some
because
hamstrings.
no, when they work out, because men have what they really got is upper body strength. The legs be hurting y'all. They
But
be
I
like,
thought about why. I want to tell you why. They like to lift up each other and play with the do kiss the hind part, and your legs need to be little for that, right? Your top part got to be big and your legs need to be little, because it'll be too heavy. They need to be able to, like, you got to think about it. They got to be strong enough to lift, but your legs got to be small enough so I can hold the leg up while I'm lifting you up too. Like, I'm telling you, it's a science to it. Like, they can't. Tara, trust
Are
me,
you
I did
are
some
you saying
research.
one hand on one hand
Yeah,
on neck, one hand on frontal?
yeah, they gotta do a balancing act. That's why they need upper body strength. But if it's too much weight,
The
like, that's
logistics
why
is
both
crazy.
legs gotta be small. Both the men's legs gotta be small. Y'all gotta pick up when I'm putting down, because I'm trying not to be too vulgar. But yeah, that's what they be doing. So it's
You gotta
science,
put one
y'all.
leg on the bed, one leg on the baseboard.
Yeah, I'm just trying to tell y'all, it's science.
I'm
I'm
mad
not
I
making
had a
this
chick
up.
on this side. I tell you that shit. I think they call it the superhero build too, because you see the superheroes. The real superheroes got like the big upper body and a real small lower body.
They do. But hey, I don't
Let me
know.
go.
I'm just
Hold on.
speaking
Let me
for
go
it.
find that picture real quick. Hold up, y'all.
And let me see if I can show y'all the picture. Let me see if I got it.
Hey Mia, it's the other
Uh,
say it's biology where you're describing.
oh, here, go right here.
You hear what I said, Mia?
Yeah, I gotta say biology, not science. I gotta say biology. Okay, I gotta say biology. And look, Tara, I
Look
found
at
this.
that. That waist is snatched.
Yeah, I know.
No, oh my god. No, oh my god.
Look at them
Jesus.
legs. Look at them
Breakable.
legs. The ankle
Those
right
weak
there.
ankles.
Barely holding on. Big ass shoes. Looking stupid. Man, they be looking stupid. Just embarrassing. He's serious. He
He's serious about
and
it too.
if y'all think that he didn't think that young, damn, I'm gonna say little girl, if y'all think that he didn't think that little girl wanted him, he think he hot shit. You can't tell this broke back nothing. He think he hot shit. Y'all know
What
I
was
ain't
his
lying.
position in football? Because I can't
He was
imagine
a
his legs
tight
being that.
end.
Nah, you telling the truth, because
His
when
legs
they
that
get built
small?
like that, it's like they really think somebody
I'm
want
sure
them.
his end
They
was
think they
tight.
God gift to everybody.
Yeah, they do. They think they guys, and yeah, their end was tight. That
Yeah,
motherfucker was tight. He had that snake.
every Drika right. Every time when they built like that and they start gaining their muscles and they weight and they gain their six pack and shit, all of a sudden now they actually in their mind that they're God's gift to every woman. Every woman wants them. They do not know that one look at them make you want to throw up.
Can't tell them nothing. You can't tell. They swear, but hey, Tara been. I'm telling y'all, Tara been saying that. She been calling me. I was like, damn. See, let me tell you something. I like my men's with big socks anyway. Like, I want to be so small they socks don't fit. But
Baggy socks
Wait,
is
what?
crazy.
yeah, I want to have baggy socks on. You gotta have baggy socks on to fuck with me. But
Their knees and thighs are the same size.
Everything. Like, yeah, like I gotta be able to wrap my hand around your wrist and ankle. The same. You can't be in a windstorm. You don't gotta dress up for Halloween, you skeleton. That's what I be talking about. But I want it to be even. Like, I don't want you to be big on the top and little at the bottom. So I don't get it. But that's just me personally. I'ma leave all that to y'all. I want somebody who I can beat up, and y'all
It's
can say
what
what y'all
gets
want to
the
say.
male validation, so that's what they do.
Yeah, and I was talking to my homeboy because he trying to educate. So he said he be watching my live, and he told me I was talking about how like the men, they be acting like women like them all bulky and stuff. He was saying that he know we not lying because the way the men like gawk at him, he was like, he know y'all not lying. They be like, man, you're buff, man. You're buff.
Ooh.
They
For
be
real, they
telling
do.
me
They be looking at
buff.
them in the gym like that too. You be
They be watching.
surprised.
They be watching them. Then y'all be having them muscle booties, like, and y'all mad that I be wanting to talk about y'all and y'all fat asses. I want to see some fat ass too. Y'all be working on y'all be doing squats to get y'all ass fat because it ain't your legs.
For
But
real,
that's
Y'all
what
they
I
walking
be.
do.
around here with gym BBLs and y'all mad with me. That's crazy.
That's what
No,
I be
Mia, I
saying
was
about
there when they came out with the hoochie daddy shorts. I was like, what? Okay,
They want
Daisy Dukes.
they want them buns out, and I be looking. I be wanting to see. So don't be mad with me.
But that's
Like,
what I be.
go
Okay.
ahead. No, I ain't saying Tara. Go ahead, cause I ain't talking about shit. I'm being messy.
No, because they be like, I'm expose myself a little bit because they be like, the dudes pull your pants up.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I grew up around niggas who slouch their pants. Pull them pants down, sir. Pull them pants down. What you talking about? Pull them goddamn pants
And
down.
have
Like,
y'all seen? Y'all be seeing the dudes who be? I done seen a couple situations where the dudes are sagging. Y'all, they got fat ass. Like the ass is
yeah,
fat. Like it's round. It ain't like it ain't. No, it's like a round booty. Like they got booty. Hey.
that's what they look like. King of crunches.
Nah, for real, she ain't lying. They booties really be booty, and they be having apple bottoms for real.
Dude, they be having peaches.
They do.
You ain't
I'm
never
like,
gonna hear me tell a man pull his pants up, sir. Pull them pants down.
And real quick before you go, Deja, real quick, I ain't lying, y'all. I'm telling y'all, Flashy is small. Flashy is small, but Flashy got a butt like you know how people be like, oh, like slim thick, like to women, like women who are slim and thick, like they have like a little booty. It's proportionate. Flashy has a ass, like he's slim thick. I swear he got a booty on him, and he be putting that thing on screen. Like he always gotta get up and get something. And like when he get up, he like get up and jump. And it's like, what you jumping for? He trying to make that thing bounce. I be like, yeah. That's how we got friends. Me and him became friends. I was like, damn, Flashy ain't really cute. But Flashy got a fat ass and that changed my life. So I just want y'all to know. I ain't selling out. That
Nah, I get what
ass,
you saying.
hey, that ass be
It be the
assing.
booty the booty got you mesmerized. That's what's up.
He got booty dude. It ain't his face. It's his. Like they said, tip drill. It must be your ass because it ain't your face. He a tip drill.
Yo, it ain't his beauty, it's his booty.
It's his booty. That man fine. And see, all I can do. He can let his hair down or put it in the ponytail. He like to put it in the ponytail. He be feeling pretty. But I don't want to see your face. Just turn around, and that's how I deal with him from the back. But y'all don't be like me. Don't be nasty like me. Don't be nasty like me. Y'all keep being angels. I collect the sluts for y'all and treat them like they
I want
want
to
to
be
be
like you when
treated.
I grow up.
I treat these boys how they want to be treated. But
Ooh.
yeah.
And the funny thing about it is some of them be loving it on the low. That's the bad part. That's the sad part. They be like, nah, y'all can't Y'all can't call us 304s and booty chasers. Yes, the fuck we can.
Yes, we can.
And do y'all some hoes too. Like, what are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
Like the industry is booming right now. Like how much is OnlyFans worth, and how long did it take to get? Let me see. How much is OnlyFans worth?
Somebody do need to do the numbers.
Let
Yo,
me
you already
see.
know in some of
Cause
them
I
dudes
know.
boots. Hey yo, some of them booties done put a mask on too, so that he can make some extra money on
You ain't.
OnlyFans. Try to lie.
Oh, you ain't lying. It's a damn. I hold on. Hold on. Y'all trying to set me up? This is shakedown, huh? I'm on mute.
Nah, don't even worry about it, Drika.
Give me a second.
Drika, you ain't gotta worry about it. I already know it's a few of them dudes on here that
Damn. Y'all trying to set me up, but I ain't scared. Yes, I done seen some questionable stuff. I done seen some men trying to go viral on social media and be like trying to be all cute on and get along on the with the women, trying to get the women's attention, but they got some questionable videos. Yeah, I done seen it. Y'all ain't lying. Oh, it's okay. You got a phone call. That's cool. We understand. Shit. Tara, I know you ain't sleep.
No,
Um,
I'm in Canva.
you better not be making. It better not be a prompt talking about.
No, I'm about to send you a sticker.
Okay. Damn, I gotta take this shirt, sure. But yeah,
You
y'all
going
got.
live today, Mia?
Yeah, I gotta. Well, I was getting ready to go live in a few minutes, but now I gotta. I gotta go pick up something.
Damn, Mia. I'm gonna send
Every
you a
time.
sticker. I want you to put it in your thing.
Let me see. You sent it to me.
No, I gotta remove the background. Hold up. Anybody want to say something before I push the button on y'all motherfuckers?
Damn, I'll wait. Is Mia going live?
I'm gonna go live at 8.
Nah, I'm gonna drop. Thank you
Okay,
for
I'll
having
wait. I'll
me.
come back up when you go live,
No,
Mia.
I'm saying now. What you hold up? No, say that shit. What you talking about?
It's Tara. I'm good. I'll just wait. It's not major.
We right here, right now.
Thank you, Tara.
All
Have a good
right.
night, Tara.
Okay.
Be live. I'm coming back to my live, Deja. It's just gonna be at 8 because it's gonna take me 20 minutes to do what I'm about to do right now.
Well, I just came from the gym anyway, so that gives me enough time to try to shower and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah,
like, I came out of the gym and hopped on. So, yeah. I
I
love you,
guess you're gonna take a
Tara.
minute. The
What
men
you
You could
say?
have
too.
said what you wanted to say. That was crazy.
I love you, Tara.
Nah,
That's what
man.
I want to say.
Oh,
What you want?
okay.
He ain't crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's more to it. But yeah, that was it. I go live at 8, y'all. Be there, be square.
I'm in Canva, y'all. Y'all, my bad. Oh, damn. Everybody done dropped. All right, y'all. I guess I'll see y'all later. I appreciate everybody. Thank y'all for coming. Thank you for supporting the live and all that good shit. I appreciate everybody. I'll see y'all later.